Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, and buenos dias, and all that stuff. I sent the wrong link out to all my panel members, so it's been a bit of a mad one. So yeah, I sent you the same link. Oh no! Right, hang on. Ron's on one. Wait, why is it sending out that link? If this is the, are we on? Oh, have I done it again? This is the right live, right? I'm pretty sure this is the right one. I'm pretty sure this is the right one. We're good. We're just where is all my backgrounds and stuff? Like, what is going on here? Just bear with me, everyone, while I try and fix the incompetence that I am seemingly swimming in. Where's my backgrounds gone, man? Oh, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why? What is going on? I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happened. But listen, hey, we're back. It's Rqdaily. Everything's good. I've lost all the backgrounds, but that'll just have to be how it is. I don't understand. I feel like somebody's come in and moved all of my stuff around in here. And now nothing's reacting. Okay, well, listen. It's our first day back. It has been an epic week here. The amount of editing and projects that we've got is just unreal. Okay. Hang on a second. All right. So I don't know what I've done, but we'll just have to put up with it today. Because nothing is changing here. Beverly, how are you?
I'm okay, sweetie pie. How are you?
I'm breaking everything. I'm breaking everything. I can't find my background, so we're just going to have to go with the big loopy planet one. All right, which is a bit mad, this one. Oh, what is this? Is this? Yeah, we'll go with this. This will have to do today. That's all right. I've got the full spectrum of panel members coming. I need to actually email Mike because I sent him the wrong link and sent
Mike.
Yeah, Mike is from the Music Recording Network channel out in the States. He's a very nice individual. So we're trying to keep him in the loop with these lives. Now, just bear with me while I try and find his email address.
Now, did you see that you've probably had too much to do, but I actually sent an idea that Ezra is going to come over later, and we're going to do a look at Diddy's alien DNA, and we're going to both do one from her point of view and then my point of view, and we'll do that. Maybe we can do that on Sunday, something a bit different.
Hell yeah. Dan's awfully excited to get involved with this too. Is Natanya okay? Yeah, I think Natanya's all right. She did a live last night. It's one of the things we're going to be looking at today. A few of the sections from it, actually. It is right here. And as far as I know, Natanya's okay. Yeah, she replied to me. When have I got her? Yesterday at 11 o'clock. Is that right? Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, or the day before. But yeah, she should be fine. Yeah, she should be all good. And we're waiting on, of course, Maggie and Paula and Queenie and Mike and Shane and anyone else that's going to pop in. But we've got Beverly here this morning because one thing that Bev had mentioned, and we're not going to do it today, but Beverly had talked about the possibility of using her skill sets to tap in with Ali Carter and to look at things. Could you just delve into a little bit about what that means? Because I feel like every time I try and reiterate something you've told me, it just doesn't come out properly. So if you could do that for us, Bev.
Yeah, of course. So I was able to have a look at Ali and Ali Carter and look at her energies. And from her energies, there's a lot of residual tearing in the energies and the fabric of her soul and her body herself, which I think we can all start working on and try to find a way in which to calm that energy, because there's a lot of, and it's not just PTSD, it's complex PTSD. There's more in there to be uncovered. And I think as she's going through the trauma of remembering what has happened to her, there's a lot of that's getting stuck. So when I look at her energies, there are these little pockets of things that are stuck around her. And as I'm also a survivor from SRA and also have survived complex PTSD very successfully, I feel that I would be able to help her and give her some tips, techniques, and ways in which she can come to terms with things a lot easier, so that she can allow herself to breathe.
Mic's off. There we go. Hang on a minute. Let me just yeah, see, for me, I'm very excited about all this. I think those of you who understand just how prevalent your skill sets are, I think it's going to be an incredible little session, if I'm being honest, Beverly, because a lot of people have questions about Ali. I mean, you've got people on both sides, people that are support the individuals that are into this.
But I think at the end of the day, she's a human being. And whether you're supportive of her, or whether you don't believe what she's saying, or whether, you've got a totally different view, this is a lovely young girl who is sitting in front of us, who is really struggling. At the end of the day, she does have complex PTSD.
Yeah.
And that is something that we should all honor, and we should all be thinking as human beings, what can I do to help this young girl get better? And if you can't, then just allow her to be, and just wish her luck on her way, and allow her to move forward, because she deserves that.
I agree. Any questions, let us know, guys. And like I say, I'm very much out of the loop this week with a lot of the Diddy news. And apparently there's wads of it, because I believe his cell was raided. They apparently found a bunch of stuff, then lost a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm sorry, but what? It's just a madness. And we've got a bunch of new reports coming in as well, his to-do lists and all this. So with all of this week stuff that's gone on, what stuck out for you, side chat, the most? Let me know what Diddy news has been surfacing for you guys, and where you guys are landing on this week's updates. Please make sure you give a little like and a little share. It is our first show back, and I'm looking forward to jumping into it all. We've got a couple of videos that we're going to be reacting to. We've got continuing with our Ali Carter story, and for me basically to learn all of her story. But before we jump into that, we have singer absolutely terrified of Diddy. Lawyer says we've got Paula M in the house. How are you, Paula?
I'm doing well, thank you, Ron. How are you, sweetie?
Oh, I am recovering from the pain of multiple days of heavy editing for the wonderful, wonderful side chat who are here. But how have you been, Paula? What's been going on with you?
I've been well, thank you very much. All good. I see you're killing it, working. I'm glad that Sean is really working.
It's been one of those weeks. He handed me a project on, I think, Monday evening, and was like, you can't tell anybody about this. You need to get this done this week. It needs to be a freaking masterpiece. You need to just put all your attention on this. And that was that. So it all will be revealed very, very soon. But there has been an absolute plethora of Diddy madness this week.
Insane. Did you see the video I sent you yesterday about Misha?
No, we're actually I think Natanya done a video with Misha the other day.
Yeah, she did.
We've got here, so we're gonna steal some of this from Natanya. I've invited her on the show as well.
She names J-Lo, Kris Jenner.
Oh wow.
Bill. I mean, and there's part 2 coming, which is going to be. I was looking. You know me, Ron. You know how I'm a hard advocate for Ali Carter.
Yeah.
So when this young lady was talking, I wanted to smash something or somebody, because it reminded me what Ali Carter said, how they drove them to these places. They put her in a cage. They were kids that were 5 years of age.
Yeah, well, we're going to jump into that because, like I say, I don't want to watch the whole thing. It's a very long interview, but I imagine there's key moments that we can be talking about, and maybe Natanya will come and join us at some point. What is Dan sending me? Oh, it's a Winnie update. That's fine. Now, there's a channel here, the Lilo Show. He's been doing, I don't know if it's direct interviews or certainly been covering the Ali Carter story. There's quite a lot of little bits on here. So if anyone wants to check out some more little snippets, that's where we're going to be getting our clips from today. Also, does anyone remember me talking about the guy that lost his head in Edinburgh, right? And apparently a bus hit him. And the police
just remember that. We did the last live. I was there with you. You talked about
right.
That's a guy?
The plot thickens, man. The plot thickens. So the police are refusing to give any CCTV footage. There's not a single witness. None of the bus drivers have a clue what the police are talking about. And I just want to reiterate where he was apparently hit. No buses go down that road. It is mad. So towards the end of the show, we're gonna touch on that because there's a guy called what's he called? The British Stand.
And what happened to Andrew Mellon?
Oh, actually, do you know what? I completely forgot.
You see, guys, I have to remind, we're on live here, and I'm going to shame Ron because this is Andrew Mellon. This is what happens with Ron. You have to tell him or remind him of things. I don't know if you guys know who Andrew Mellon is. Oh, thank you, Natashki. Yeah. Andrew Mellon is this painter that was one of the most trusted advisors, employees of the now King Charles. He was there. He was living in the premises. He had full access. He was invited to family things, and he was busted by this ring of people, but this organization that they have busted, I don't know how many PDF. And this guy, in spite of the fact that this organization had text messages, photos, everything, they called the police, and the police came, took him away. And within 4 hours, the police dropped him back off at his house, apologized to him. And then he was back texting me because I had his, he was a buddy,
That is me just sent a text message out, and we're going to hopefully have that confirmed for Monday right now. Update on that case and starting our series with CIM Midlands, the hunting team. They've got between 800 and 900 convictions. She's been doing this over a decade. She's a freaking badass. Now,
Ron, before you get started, can I say hello?
Hang on 1 second. 1 second. Ron's hair is out of control.
It's beautiful.
What?
It's out of control.
Ron, your hair is beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm using it.
That was one of the things I wanted to say.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I use my hair mask. Yes, I seen that today. Actually, I think I've got it open somewhere. I've got Juanita's email, and then we've got where are you? I've definitely opened a bunch of emails today, and then closed the page that had them all open, and now I can't find them. So bear with me. I will get your emails back up. So listen, ladies, where do you want to start this week? Ron's got a scrunchie.
Well, I would like to talk about Misha because in that video that I sent you, there's specific moments, but it's too brutal for right now because she talks about a bottle. This is another thing because the testimonies of these people are the testimonies of these young ladies are so, and it really makes me angry. I don't know about the side chat because why are these censored or why are they off topic, for YouTube? These should be things that mass audiences should have access to.
Well, it's not so much YouTube, it's the advertisers.
Well, but that's the whole point. But then by YouTube should have a guidelines that said that these kinds of topics actually should get more revenue because these people, our stories are just.
I think a better opportunity would be to have the opportunity to select advertisers who opt in for content that supports survivors and things like that.
Exactly.
Give them the choice, because that would be one thing. But YouTube does its job of censoring, of course it does, with the premise that it's the advertisers. I should have made that a bit more clear. YouTube is owned by the same super cool people that are definitely not in charge of a secret cabal that definitely don't run the world. Yes, Lady Letitia.
Sorry to interrupt. I am so sorry to interrupt. I have to say hello to lovely Beverly. Hello, Beverly. Are you sensing anything over here?
Oh, Lady Letitia.
I've heard so much about you. You're so beautiful, gorgeous.
Thank you. Yes, I do. I'm as I'm watching you, I'm watching all your energies move, and you know, the level of power coming out from individuals is also very, very keen, because I think that everybody wants to see justice done, and that's with certainly both you and Paula. That's very strong. So I wouldn't want anyone to mess with either of you, because you definitely are both winners.
You know, I'm so sorry. I'm so rude, ladies. This is Beverly, Paula.
Thank you. I've seen her around, but I didn't know her name. I'm sorry about that.
That's the narcissist. You see that? A whole bunch of people that haven't met one of my panel members, and I'm just like, me. Everyone, look at me, please. I've not been here all week. What a complete narcissist. I mean, it's.
I do. There's a lot of really great energy that is out there, and I think if we can keep it up, we will be able to make a difference.
Well, here's something.
The last thing I wanted to say.
Oh, sorry.
I want to give it up to the Discord. Your Discord is awesome. Murphy, James, Natalie, Paula, all your people are just wonderful, Ron, and I just want to give it up to them. And sorry if I missed you.
No, listen. I feel the same. The community is killing it right now. Letitia, can you make sure all of your other apps are off on your phone and you've got nothing else going and running in the background, or on your laptop?
There's a doggy that's not happy. He's not happy. He can't see his mommy. That's the energy of the doggy. Oh, so
that's cute. It. So, Bev, one thing I was wanting to say to you, right, was, you know how I'm 1 foot in each side, right? And I kind of have to represent both sides of the dark and the light, right? Yeah. So when you speak to Azria, in my head, there must be the opposite side of the coin. There must be here's all the nice things that have come through about you, Ron, right? So where are all the other things that have come through? Like, is it just good things you ask? Because I'd be very interested to see the report on...
But there are the two. You know, you've got reptilians in there as well, and you've also got arachnoids, and you've got also the mantis beings, and they are particularly.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. Good.
I'm interested to learn all aspects of my review. If you didn't see that, go back after the show and watch Awaken with Beverly Rhodes, episode 2, I believe it was, or maybe it's 2.5, it might be in episode 3. We're doing 2 shows a week. It's very confusing, but go and watch that because it was fascinating. Right. So listen, Paula, you're not talking to us, are you? You're talking to someone else, eh?
No,
I am right here, but it's just that, I'm sorry.
No, but you were talking, as long as you weren't talking to us.
I was speaking Spanish. Sorry.
That's okay. No, that's okay. That's okay. Right. So listen, I've been away all week. Okay. We'll get to the Misha interviews. We'll do all that at once, Paula. Now, what I'd like to do is just go over the base headlines that have been this week. Obviously, there was the raid of Diddy's cell. Apparently, they found lists and all this. Paula, please, yes, hit me up, fill me in. I have done nothing but stare directly at the editing suite since the live show ended on Monday. In fact, did we not live stream on Wednesday? I can't remember.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. So yes, please fill us in, Paula, on what you know about that particular headline.
Well, they claim that they rated his thing and they took his notes, which they claim are, if true, that's a big no-no, which they claim that they took his notes that were considered confidential between him and his lawyer. If they took those, now the lawyers are claiming that because they violated client-attorney privacy, that the case can be dismissed because, that's something that's a big no-no.
Whoa. You can't just skip over the case might get. This is the first time hearing of it, right? So we are now in the realms where something has happened in the prison that can now be used to dismiss the case.
Really? They took away like 20 pages of notes that he claims were communications, because he's in jail. So apparently, allegedly, he's not allowed to have a phone. So whenever he goes to see his lawyer, he writes his notes, right?
Okay.
Or he writes this for the lawyers, talk to this witness. So they raided his cell, and they took about 20 pages that they consider that he's claiming now is privileged information between him and his lawyer. And if that is the case, well, the lawyers apparently are asking for the case to be dismissed, because the communication between Diddy was like giving their strategy on how to follow and what to do and blah, blah, blah. And
they invaded his privacy. They invaded him.
Never mind privacy. The notes that they took, they're alleging that it's privileged information between his lawyers and himself. And those pages, for example, there's the strategy, like the witnesses in their favor.
Right.
So that is a big no. And if they're
not supposed to do that, they can't do that.
So why
can it get thrown out?
Oh.
It could if they managed to prove that those pages were
used against
attorney-client privilege thing. Thank you, Paula.
Yeah.
Then I met with my mate here. If they can prove that, then can they be this? Can they throw away the case? She's an attorney. They can. I'm with my mate here. She's an attorney. Yes, they can.
Wow.
Beverly and I reacted in the same way there. We just try to catch some flies.
And you know what? I don't know if you know this, but this is, I know I don't like conspiracies, but I have to talk about this. Jussie Smollett, the guy that claimed that during the winter in Chicago, MAGA men try to hang him with a rope at 2 a.m. in the morning. I've been to Chicago around 2 a.m. and it's pretty cold in winter.
He said the MAGA men.
Yeah, he said that two white men with MAGA hats put a rope around him and threw gasoline or whatever the hell it was on him. And they wanted to set him on fire at 2 a.m. in the vortex of the coldest winter in Chicago. The reason why I'm bringing him up is because his case, he was convicted and found guilty. His case has just been dismissed on a technicality.
Really?
And Candace Owens did a video saying that she believes that they had planted Jussie Smollett to create chaos, to portray a narrative, because had he been successful, there would have been a much more hatred towards the MAGA movement, right?
That's true.
So, but this is why now they're dismissing it, because he was a plan put there to cause this trouble and it didn't work out. So now they're letting him go free. And some people are now saying that that's the same case with Diddy.
Ooh. Wouldn't that be something if he got to go home?
Yeah, well, remember his energy in the prison cell that I had a look at when I remote viewed him. He's sort of at the end of his tether now. The energy that he has, he's not getting fed enough energy from folks that he used to get before. Plus, now he wants to go underground, and he's missing his lovely little areas underneath his house that he used to use. So he wants out of there, and he's prepared to do whatever it takes. And this falls into the energy of whatever it takes, and that's why this has happened.
Oh. But I wanted to say one of my lovely friends, subscribers, just sent me this text saying, "Girl, you know that the correction officers that took Diddy's notes were paid off by Diddy to get the case dismissed." We shall find out. The problem is with that even that they will have to prove that he paid them, because you see these people who go to jail for that, and I don't think the correctional officers or the thing are going to admit to that, because that would be, that would be illegal.
Smart enough to do that. I don't think Diddy is smart enough to know that he could do that. That would be dismissed. His lawyers told him that.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right, lady. You're definitely right. You've got it. You hit that energy straight on the head. Absolutely.
Let me ask my friend who's a lawyer, Pipe, if they find, if the court decides that they have violated attorney-client's privilege, can they dismiss the case? And if they do, can the prosecution retry it again?
They could.
They could?
It all depends on the actual circumstances and what they can prove.
Oh, okay. They could even if the lawyers are successful on having the case dismissed because of violation of attorney-client privilege, the prosecution could refile the case depending on the circumstances, but that would be very prejudicial, right? So wouldn't, yeah. So didn't you know that, Ron?
Well, I knew that they found some stuff, and then I knew the stuff went missing, right? So,
Yeah.
So for me, that's where I'm up to. So it was already suspicious, like, oh, they found something, now it's lost. That seems odd. But
And
now,
my friend just said, because she's a lawyer, she said, and they can also, if the judge even allows it back in, he can allow it, but exclude everything that the prosecution has because it's prejudicial. So that would be because it was obtained illegally.
Correct. Yes.
okay. Someone's saying Paula's not up to date, so there's maybe new stuff. I'm not up to date, so that's
I'm not up to date.
Because it was there. I have the Diddy raid, and there's still one Diddy raid cell.
I didn't even know that they raided his cell until today.
Yeah, you're probably no. I'm not saying anyone's saying you're wrong, Paula. I imagine that they're.
And right now, Diddy to appear without shackles as fight to get out of Brooklyn jail continues. Latest. So he's supposed to be. It says legal battle escalates. Lawyers accuse prosecutors of falsifying, and they are going to court to discuss that thing too today.
What is this as well? Fed lied about the Diddy video. He wants bail. Sorry, I'm on BJ's now. BJ's another.
Oh, there you go. Deadline. Sean Diddy Combs scores a win as sex trafficking case prosecutors order to destroy material obtained in raid on jail cell.
Oh, they gonna mess around and set him free.
So what? So then, has this just been a warning from the vodka company? Has this just been like a slap? Has this just been like all right, we'll send him into jail to teach him a lesson, and then we'll have the whole case thrown out? Like, I had said that it would be a witness that would do this. I had said that a witness was going to come forward, and then they were going to be discredited, and it was going to derail the whole case. I was wrong. They're going to go through administrative issues to derail the whole thing. Listen, before we continue on, everyone, can I get a like and a share? I'm going to be begging for the likes and shares to try and push the show back out so that next week we're killing it. We're over 1,000 across all platforms, but if you guys can do me a solid and help me push this out, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so this is wild. So we're now seeing a potential, and I'm sorry, but you can say what you want. This is beyond fishy. This is fishier than if he'd been Epsteined. The fact that we're now seeing a administrative way to derail and destroy this case. And if we're ever going to be talking about cabals or working for the FBI or what all this has been about, it really does make it all just more confusing. It really does.
Bottom line remains the same. His energy is the same. He wants to do what he wants to do, and that's it. End of. He wants out. He is a narcissist, and he does all sorts of terrible things. And this is his easiest way. And he doesn't care for the fact that, you know, when you're incarcerated, everything that's in that cell and everything that you have or everything that's around you belongs to the state. And he does, and he's going to claim that was privileged information, and that, you know, honestly, that he had everything written down because he can't have his phone. But his energy has increased. When I read about him being, you know, impacted by people coming into the cell and searching him and doing all these things, he loved the energy because he could suck on that energy, and he thought that was great. And immediately he was catapulted to the height of that energy that he likes. So he felt that he was back in charge, and he was number one, and, you know, he was in his groove again. So he's back on the roll again, which for Diddy is very dangerous, because when he's got that really heavy duty dark black oily energy, it can do a lot of damage.
But he thinks he's untouchable right now.
He does.
He's back on top.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, the thing is, though, if you look at this thing that we're reading, there's going to be another hearing, because they're still debating over the point whether the notes were privileged or not. Okay, So that's going to come up in the next thing, because they're trying to get not only the bail, but they're desperately trying to get the case dismissed, because it is not up to the prosecution to decide what is privilege or not. The judge for now has ordered, thank you, Advocate Texas. The judge has now ordered that they cannot use any of the things. It's right here, guys. It says that prosecutions in Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking case have just been ordered by a New York judge to destroy all copies of almost 20 pages of material obtained in a recent raid of the much accused and incarcerated performer's jail cell. In a win for the All About the Benjamins performer, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District have been told by the judge that the material or even excerpts from it cannot be used in any form in an upcoming bail hearing for Combs later this year. And in a nearly 90-minute hearing Tuesday, the prosecutors and the defense battled over the nature of documents seized from Combs in the October sweep in the Metropolitan Detention. The judge still has only ruled that, but he has not ruled, ruled out that that case may be dismissed, because they're going to also bring it up.
Letitia, that you've nailed it now. I don't know what it was before. Can I ask as well? Sometimes when I'm doing these lives, you guys will start talking, and then you sound like this. But then when I watched it back, it doesn't happen in the actual recording of it. So I think it's at my end, if that makes sense. So that's one of the things that happens when people say I'm trying to talk over people. It's because at my end, you've gotten to the end of a sentence and then frozen, and then I start talking, and then you cut back in again. So I'm slowly debunking a lot of the Ron talking over people, because I am really trying.
Is it the same microphone that we had the other night that was dodgy and was reacting to energies?
Yeah, that was enough. That wasn't technical. That was other things.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't send energy. Don't blame it on me.
Okay.
Beverly, I have a question for you.
Yeah, anytime I get a weird feeling anywhere in my body now, you get a blame for it, Beverly. I'm like, what are you looking for? What are you rooting around in there for, Bev? So
Beverly, is Sean Diddy Combs, is he scared? Was he ever scared? Is he feeling like trapped? Is he feeling like he's gonna get off? What is he feeling?
He is absolutely, that energy is so strong. When I tuned into him in the cell, and he kind of looked at me like this, and he's still got that attitude. It's like, I'm untouchable, mate. You can't do anything to me.
Arrogant.
Get out of my cell. What are you doing here? Type of thing. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll come back another time, which is what I did. But he is like, he's got that unbelievably strong, huge energy that just says
that power.
Give it your best shot. He's always said, if you go back and look at the footage and you go back and you look at everything, he always says, I'll be out. I'll teach him a lesson. I do what I want to do. And he's absolutely sure that he's going to get out.
Arrogant.
I'm sharing a page here, Ron. If you want to share it, it's up to you.
I'd love to share it.
Diddy makes, this is just now. This is coming out the 22nd, 8 a.m. Diddy makes third bail attempt after prosecutor alleged that he blackmailed victims from behind bars.
So listen, I'm not being funny. Is this what happens when I go away from doing live streaming for 4 days? Is this what happens? Is it that was no one keeping an eye on the Diddy case? What were you all doing that you have let this happen?
Excuse me. I've been following. No. I've been following. I've been sending you links.
Okay, well, it was obviously just Paula by herself and no one else in the side chat keeping an eye on Diddy. Fricking go away for 4 days and the case is about to be dismissed. And now, what are you all doing? At least like and share to make up for the fumble of dropping the ball here. Okay.
But look at this. Earlier this week, the judge ordered federal prosecutors to delete images of the billionaire mogul's handwritten notes taken during a search of his jail, which his lawyers said were protected by attorney-client privilege and improperly seized. Excerpts from those notes that prosecutors referenced previously cannot be used at the bond hearing, the judge added. The quotes and questions referenced getting dirt on at least 2 potential witnesses. After seeing his bail denied on 2 prior occasions, following an arrest in September, Combs his request for freedom last week with a new bail proposal offering the same 50 million sum. Well, you know that it is. But they're claiming that the notes with a new bail. No, sorry. They're claiming that the notes were in the notes. There's a lot of that he's harassing or blackmailing or intimidating witnesses, which is
So just bear
witness
with.
tampering. My friend should be here talking to you because she's a lawyer, but that's witness tampering.
I'm just updating the, what do you call it? The description.
When do they plan on doing that? When do they plan on seeing if they're going to let him out? Are they evaluating it as we speak and trying to
Today,
see?
I think that today, no, let me see when it says here. And the thing is, they didn't support a gag order. So they're allowing people to talk, which is not good for Diddy. You know, but it's supposed to be this week or today.
Wow, show that video. Is that the video when he was running after Cassie?
Yeah, but I don't know if we can show it here. Can we show it?
And probably not. But if I can look for it and see if we've got a YouTube edited one, if that makes sense, on YouTube.
Okay, because
someone will have blurred some stuff. Also, I just want to let everyone know, if you oh God, what did I just grab?
Did he hit her in the back of her head?
If you refresh your page, if you refresh your page, all of the panel members' links are now in the description. But if you're on an iPhone and you've been trying to become a channel member, you can now find a link there to become a channel member. I would like to say to all of the members, finally, I'm taking control of the whole member side of everything, putting together a weekly members night. And it's going to be a live stream just for members, where we've got some panel members. We've got a whole murder mystery game. We're going to be there together.
Today's a hearing. Today's a bail hearing.
Today's a bail hearing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a lot to come. I just need to fully get it all rolled out.
Sorry.
So yeah, on you go. No, on you go, Letitia. Sorry.
No, I was saying, what if they let him out? What if this hearing they give him let him out? What do you guys think?
Oh, if I were a witness, I wouldn't want to be there.
I would be intimidated if he got out.
Yeah, that's very, very true. It depends on how much so-called privileged information, but that energy is still following him. And for me, having a look at that energy and how it's expanding around him, he has a new vigor there, and he really believes that he's going to be walking.
He does.
What if that belief, right? What if that belief extends beyond him believing without knowing, but is actually because this is all a preordained plan? Would it be a different thing you were picking up on, or would it just be his acknowledgement?
No, it would be the same. Yeah, you're right, Ron. That's a good catch. It's a really good catch. The energy will be the same. So if you have a look at it, what's the end result? So where that end result is, you know, that he still allows himself to be free, and he can continue. And that's why he's so full of himself just now. But the end result stays the same, and how you get there is different. So there's always two different paths. But at this stage, there might be a little bit of jiggery-pokery on one of the paths that enables him to still get out, not scot-free, but get out and enjoy freedom, and can make some changes to, you know, create a different future for himself by getting to the right people and causing changes in statements and things like that. But he won't be able to get to all of the 270 witnesses. So people that are 270 are those that have knowledge, direct knowledge, and their energy is heightened, and that they are prepared to provide their statement in a court of law.
Oh, wow. So the number went up to 270, because it was 120 at one point. Now it's 270.
Sorry, Ron's pushing buttons. I'm just making sure we don't turn it.
Let's not forget, Claudia Salas, one of my friends, sub, says that let's not forget that Diddy's not a street thug. He's a calculating thug. He's a criminal, like a proper career criminal, you know?
Yeah.
So this man, I mean, I'm sharing something on screen if you want to share that, Ron.
Yep.
Diddy to appear without shackles as fight to get out of Brooklyn jail continues.
This is wild. Did anyone see this coming? Did anyone honestly?
Yeah, I remember, if you go back to when we originally had a look at Diddy in the jail, and I said to you, this is what he's planning, this is what he's wanting to do, and this is the level of power that he has because of what he wears on his back very openly, and how he's doing all of these types of incantations, and he's utilizing blood rites. You know, when you start looking at what's happening below a lot of Diddy's homes, in the tunnels and in the rooms, and all of the rituals that have been done, I'm personally not surprised if he manages to get out. And the fact that he allowed them to move towards taking the shackles off him, no surprise there. All the work that these other individuals are doing in rituals and various other things that they do in blood rites, I'm not surprised that they've managed to change people's minds, because that's quite easy to do.
Not mine, that's for sure. I'm too old and too set in my waist. No, but
he's
is insane.
He's gonna get out before May.
So Diddy could have
thinking he's gonna get out for May.
Diddy could essentially have a Christmas single out next Christmas.
Probably. All I want for Christmas is freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
But you know, this is insane because this says Combs legal. It's today at 2 p.m. The outcome of today's hearing could significantly impact Diddy's future while awaiting trial. And the fact that they raided his jail cell, that is a very big point in his favor, because that indicates that even his jail cell, you know, they didn't, that it jeopardizes for him being there, because they're taking his notes, because they're also going to argue about the notes, and they're going to try and push for dismissal, you know.
Yeah.
The proposed deal for Combs would include house arrest. Pardon me?
But it belongs to the state. It belongs to the.
It does. Yeah.
You know, anything in his jail.
Yeah, but for the communications between, he's entitled to have, because he is limited in jail. He can't have a phone to be talking, because, you know, you can't. In fact, when you talk to your lawyer in the cell, they turn off the cameras and things, because there has to be. Oh. For example, the fact that they leaked that he was talking about intimidating to witnesses, maybe he wasn't. This is something that it might not be, but they're twisting it around and they're leaking stuff like that, which is prejudicial for him. So this does not work in favor of the prosecution, that they raided and took all those papers and they were leaking stories, you know. So that's, you know.
Yeah, all I'm saying is
big news.
4 days I was away, side chat. 4 days, and you've let his cell be raided. All of this happen. You need to, what he's doing. Like, when I'm not away, you guys are meant to be on top of this. Okay, so one thing I want to just mention this now, but sorry, just take that away from you, Paula. After this live stream, we have got Diddy's PI at my house. Diddy's private investigators showed up at my house. This was, I do believe, when we interviewed Dr. Leslie. She had said that some of her TikToks had been removed, and one of her friends on TikToks had a private investigator turn up at their door to ask about the Diddy TikToks that they've been putting out there. Make that make sense. We've got that up at 6 o'clock after this live stream. Still to come on the show today, we're going to be delving into Misha's story with Netanya and Lionel B's videos that have been out this week. We're also going to be delving into a few more of the Ali Carter clips that I've found. Again, that's really more for my benefit than anyone else. I'm still learning along on this case. And we've got a couple of little bits that I want to watch from BJ. She's pretty much got her finger on the pulse with a lot of those massive court documents that come out. So we'll see what she has to say as well. Get your yeah, listen, I'm reading the chat. I'm doing my best. All right. Queenie is in the house. What's happening, Queenie?
Yeah, no, panel is not reading the chat because we can't see the chat.
Yeah, it's not everyone can see the chat, so that I would say that too. Right, let me just do this. Queenie, how are you?
I am great. I am.
Yeah, you say that again, Queenie. You were breaking up a little bit there. Still there, Queenie?
Do you want to hear a plot twist?
Oh, wait. No, you're breaking up again,
You
Queenie.
can't hear me. Okay, let me go out and come back in. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
You want to hear the biggest plot twist there is?
Yes, please.
That his lawyers are accusing federal prosecutors of editing video to falsely depict him assaulting Casey Ventura and claim that agents illegally seized privileged materials from his Brooklyn cell. So they're trying to say that that infamous video of him beating Cassie, it's all fake. That
Who
the
said it's
FBI
fake?
his lawyers are arguing that that is a
Oh,
fake video.
that's that stupid stuff. We
Well,
saw it.
well, Ron, you showed us an AI thing of Diddy running down a hall that looked pretty fake of him following with a bunch of people, remember?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah.
saying that you can't really see Diddy's face in that video, which is true. Everybody assumes it's him. So the lawyers are saying that the FBI manipulated the video to show him beating Cassie.
Wow, that is. We seen that with our own two eyes.
Yeah, so what you're saying is he paid $30 million to cover up an AI video of him allegedly beating someone
That's what
up.
they're allegedly. This is what his lawyer. He said that they're saying that he felt that because of this is why they claim his public apology was not really an apology. If you know what I mean, because people, if you, yeah, I know he apologized.
He admitted
No,
it.
no. I believe that he said that it was not his best. That people had not seen him at his worst. He never really said I beat Cassie.
He didn't say anything. He was using those words. He was using you may have seen a video of me having a bit of an
Can
off.
we watch it?
Yeah, I'll put up a very Queenie, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Let's see if we can hear you this time, Queenie. Fill us in on what your thoughts are on the revelations this week from the Diddy case. You been following it?
Not really. I've seen a few bits and bobs that basically he's been like doing some shady stuff from his cell. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So you're sort of out the loop a little bit, the same as me.
Yeah, I've been like going. I've been busy.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on. I
was gonna say that I've been busy on the road, like getting stuff sorted. But yeah, Diddy has his family working and PR teams doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just trying to find a version of this.
Hello, panel. Hello, side chat.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
All right. So just so you know, this is the video that we're all talking about here. It's the one where Diddy comes running down the corridor and is now assaulting.
Oh, okay. I've seen that one before.
Well, here's the thing. Apparently now, they're going to be. Hang on a second. Get permission to use the Line OB channel. I think so. I'm not. I mean, I was just showing his channel. And that's all.
No, you're not allowed. He will give you a strike.
Oh, really?
Yes. It says that when when you go on his thing and you're watching his video, he tells you straight away you're not supposed to use his contents for anything. You'll be getting a strike.
All right. Well, fair dues. Sadly, right? I mean, transformative content, narration content, reaction content. But sure, I'll just ditch the Lionel stuff, and that's fine. I can't imagine he would do that. I really can't imagine he would.
Well, I don't know if he'll do that to your channel, but if you go back to like any start of his videos, that's the first thing he warns people about that. So
yeah, but you have whatchamacallit, Natanya.
fair usage.
Misha, which like. But this is insane, because the way the prosecution is fumbling everything, and it really makes me so angry when I hear the victims, Ali Carter, Misha, like Natanya, it is like, how can this piece of why is this, I'm trying to say of a nice word, how can this
Can you not think, Paula, that this was the plan from day one, that it wasn't going to go anywhere?
yeah, the way they're fumbling everything is just insane.
I just want to say the only thing that I can find in Lionel B's video is a disclaimer, which is him explaining that he is going to use content in the public domain and you cannot copyright strike him because it's fair use. Okay. So
Okay.
That's
Okay.
but
Yeah.
if you guys are saying that he just goes around throwing out copyright strikes to people, that is a
Well,
massive
I
POS
can
violation.
remember watching his video with the young lady that was telling the really horror story that I couldn't even watch all the video. I was in
Misha,
tears.
I was in
Yes,
tears.
that's her name. Yes.
I
Oh.
wanted to throw up. I was so angry.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, people are
How can, and you know what's insane? She thought she was in someplace in South America or the jungle, and she was in Florida when she managed to.
Yes, when it was wild. I was
This
like
was in Florida, probably at his mansion, that they had them in
the
cages. She said they would bring her back to the cages, and they had this cigars, this screw, you know, for wine thing and stuff that they would insert in her and stuff like that. And she managed to break free, and she ran through a forest thinking that she was gonna, where in the jungle she was gonna come out. And to her surprise, she almost gets hit by a car. And this gentleman who picked her up and helped her, it basically has been an angel to her, because he drove her all the way from Florida to New York.
Wow.
Yes, and did you know they had to operate her, and they took bits and things out of her little room and stuff? Because, yes, I want J-Lo. She said that J-Lo was there and that J-Lo stuck something in her. The same thing with Kris Jenner.
This is the second time someone has said that J-Lo has done that.
Kris Jenner, Bill Cosby, how Bill Cosby put a cigar off on her.
Yeah, I think she said she stabbed her with something. I was like,
with a bottle.
oh my
She inserted a
God.
bottle, a champagne bottle.
Wow.
Oh my God. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. My thing is, I think it's on a delay, so I'm getting a crazy.
And yeah, Tammy Landry, she said that Bill Cosby put out a cigar, that they had a tray, and they had a cigar, a corkscrew, a bottle, and other things that they would insert on her, right? And that Bill Cosby put a cigar out on her.
Yeah.
You said the Diddy freak-offs too?
She was part of the thing. She was the little girl lying on one of them tables. What's her name? Adria English said that she ate off a strawberry off of her.
So this is the Jane Doe. She's come out.
Yeah,
Jane
that's
Doe.
the Jane Doe, because the energy signature around this young girl and the energy signature from the girl on the table has the same energy. You can't remove your energy from your soul, because when you arrive in this life on your date of birth, when you arrive here, whatever time it is, that's the energy and what that is around your soul. That's your ray of intention. And that's your ray that follows you through your life. And that's where you collect your information about the good things you've done and the bad things you've done. And when I look at that energy, the energy for the child on the table and the energy around this Misha child is the same.
Yeah, so she said that was her. It was so sad. Oh my God, the stuff that she went through, and she kept going in and out of consciousness, and the depravity. Oh, I can't believe these people. They are not human. They're not human beings.
They passed her around this white man, and she was in pain because, of course, she had stuff stuck inside of her. So when she was finally rescued and taken to New York, they had to operate her to have things taken out of her, which was causing pain when they were, doing things to her. And they were stuck up there. So, of course, they hurt. And she said that they had to rearrange everything, which is almost the same as Ali Carter, who can't have children now because of what they did to her. Right. And really, I'm sorry if I'm very passionate about this, guys, because when I hear this young lady's story, she's 30 now. And she's talking about the 5-year-old little boys that were there and girls, how they were taken there. And and the things that they were done and how she would help them wash them and stuff. How can we live in this this society like this? How can these people be alive walking this earth
and get
I
away
don't
with
even
it.
think they believe they do not deserve due process because they denied any process to these kids. It just makes me so angry. I am so angry, but
Paula, the worst part about it, as I see how this case is going down, I don't even think PDD is gonna go to prison, and I think other people is gonna get away. That's how
what
I'm
it sounds
seeing
like
it
to me,
on
too.
out,
I would agree with
and
you,
it's
Queenie.
so sad.
I agree with you because obviously you guys don't know my history, but I have an 11-year-long similar situation. Remember, I'm much older than everybody, so we're going back 45, 50 years. So what these young girls have been through is very similar to my own story. So it's very hard to bring these individuals to justice because the level of evidence is required. And then you have forensic psychologists who then will be interviewing survivors, and they will be saying, no, this is not possible. There's too many things that have happened to you in one day, and therefore, you're just reacting to things that you've seen, or you're taking on somebody else's testimony. And that's not helpful either. So it's very difficult for survivors to be believed. And this is the situation that we have. Because then survivors stop coming forward. I stopped telling my story many years ago until I decided to write my true story, and then said, right, someone wants to know about it, they can ask me because I will tell them. But then I'm much, much older. I'm at the end of my life now. Whereas these young folks are in the middle of their life, and they do deserve to get over complex PTSD. And they do deserve to live their best lives. And I wish that for them. But we do need to change the way that we deal with survivors' testimony. And we do need to also have a look at why are these forensic psychologists and psychiatrists looking at things and trying to pick holes in everything? Because this is part of the issue we have. It's not just the testimony, but it's also the fact that they're looking for hard facts and evidence. And if you're a child, you don't always remember the hard facts and the evidence. And this is what we're seeing coming out in each of the survivors that are speaking at the moment.
and not only that, but these
Bev,
people
I think.
extreme
Sorry.
abuse. These kids are put through such extreme abuse with drugs mixed, One thing that we may say, oh, this is off here, this is off there, because they're going through a horrific thing that you want your mind to shut down. You don't want to think about that. And as she said, I was unconscious. I wake up to pain. I go, I pass out to pain, and it's like, it was very few moments. So during that whole thing, but one of the things we cannot doubt is that she went through something horrific, that the details are off a little. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't 12 men. It was 8 men. Oops, my bad. So I get so angry. You have no idea. I was listening to her yesterday, and I was so angry. It just makes me so mad. How can these people be walking the earth? They should not, in many ways, I do like Latin America and certain countries in Latin America. When you catch a guy doing that to a kid, he doesn't make it a trial. He doesn't even make it to jail. He gets caught. Trust me. The town takes
we
care of
call that jungle justice, Paula. Jungle justice. The sad part about these psychology.
Hang on 1 second, everybody. How are we doing, Shane?
Hi, Shane.
Hey.
Hello, Shane. Hello, Shane. The lovely
Trying to hide
Shane.
my horrible hair face do and all that today. So
You look adorable.
Shane, can you check your phone? Sean's going to double check something with you then, mate, and then I'll cut back to you. I just want to know if I can make an announcement.
Okay.
So, Beverly and Paula, as far as like justice and these people not getting justice, the lawyers and stuff, do they not want to take the case? Do they not want to, go after these people? They don't believe the victims?
That's the biggest problem, Lady Letitia, is that they never believed us. They never believed what was happening. And it wasn't just me. There was a whole bunch of us that had this when we were growing up.
Technically, they definitely believed you, but why would they want to? out all of their friends, fellow elitists, fellow judges.
Or a famous person that, you know, they don't want to rock the boat of a famous. And this is why people, and a lot of times people like Diddy, people say, why does he want to be friends with royalty so badly? Because the police will think hard before they prosecute anybody with links to a government person, a president, for example, given the fact that Diddy was a huge promoter of Clinton and Obama. So the police, and you know, they have them on record very publicly supporting an Obama, hugging Diddy. So the police will think very long and hard before they prosecute somebody who can taint a public person's image. They will think very long and hard, so they much rather discourage the victims.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't believe them, but she's a nobody. They think of her as a nobody because what she brings to the table is so horrific.
Yes, I agree.
People's mind are not prepared. Look at what Natanya said when she was shot in the face by Diddy. People were asking her what J-Lo was wearing. She was being discouraged. Oh no, you cannot accuse Sean Combs because she's too popular. And I'm sorry I say this wrong, but for example, you with Taylor Swift, your mind still to this day not prepared to face what her possible role in all of this could be, because people are hardcore fans. You know, I love William Shatner. I'm a huge Trekkie, but if for me, if William Shatner was found to have done something, which he's not, by the way, I want to specify he's not. I would say, what the hell? To me, I was a huge fan of Denzel Washington. As soon as I heard these 4 ladies talk about this, you know, I went to see Gladiator, and I told you, Ron, I walked out.
Beverly, you see Denzel doing something?
Yes, ma'am. Wow. That's in the energy. You can't, you know, your soul has a blueprint, and that blueprint will remember and collect everything, images, vibrations, whatever you feel, frequencies, no matter what you've done. And that is part of the blueprint. So the ray of intention that's running down the center of your body, with that energy flowing in 2 or 3 different directions, that is all there. Now, I can't tell you yet because I haven't looked fully at the gentleman, and I use the term loosely. Then I will have a look at his energy at some point, and I will see what is coming in and what is coming out. But certainly there are those that have all of the energies coming in, which tells me that they have participated in, you know, the types of activities that would be frowned upon.
Like Ashton Kutcher. Is Ashton Kutcher one of them? If I'm saying his name correctly.
Ashton Kutcher.
I love how you say Ashton Kutcher, right? It's the best.
But really also because, you know, I don't know, you said that you survived a lot of that. I believe that the policeman who did not prosecute the prosecutor, I am absolutely dead set against the prosecutor who, he was asked, if you've known about this for years, why didn't you act before? And then he goes, well, it doesn't matter what. Wait a minute. Back up the cook, buddy.
He said it twice.
How many like Misha were there? You asked
let me just jump in here. Let me just jump in for a second. So anybody who has any questions for Misha, you can keep a hold of them. She will be joining us on Wednesday night on the Sean Atwood channel. She will be live here. Yeah, Shane has just confirmed all of this for you.
Shane.
Misha.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Look at you.
When is it gonna be?
Wednesday the 26th.
Oh,
wow.
I'm gonna send me the thing so I can share it in my channel.
But yeah, Ron went on a 10-minute spiral there when Ron gets told he can't do something on the internet because someone's threatening to strike channels. Okay, so I'm sorry to just interject here. So we won't be playing Lionel's video. We'll just do our own interview. But someone like Lionel, one second, everyone. When someone like Lionel is protecting their interviews, we can kind of understand where he's coming from with protecting his content. But the problem is, how are you meant to criticize and critique someone and their guests if it's impossible to react or showcase anything from that?
Very remarkable of him, isn't it?
Please let me finish. So I think Lionel's a very stand-up guy. He sort of proves himself as a very incredible interviewer and stand-up guy within the community. So it's not so much a problem with an individual like Lionel. But when we have other individuals who are maybe a little less trustworthy and they start throwing strikes around, that's when I've got a problem. So we'll maybe watch a couple of clips in Natanya's video. But certainly, I quite like Lionel B. He's a friend of the channel, so I don't want to piss him off.
Can I say one thing about Lionel first?
Yeah.
Lionel, we can thank Lionel because Lionel is representing Adria English and Misha as well. So he is their, yes. So he is representing these young ladies and helping these ladies.
If the upper management and Shane relax just for a second and let me finish a sentence, no one will have to panic about what Ron's saying on the internet. Okay, I'm getting really wound up. All right.
I just apologize. I didn't know if you knew that, Bubba. That's why I popped that in. That's all.
It's cool, man.
There goes
please,
popcorn energy.
Please,
You've got popcorn energy.
Please, everyone just relax and let me finish talking. So please. All right. So when it comes to individuals like Lionel B, they're setting up these interviews, they're representing people. I can understand why they want to safeguard their content. I only get frustrated when it removes the ability to critique and to assess the legitimacies of individuals. All right. So everyone can relax. Okay. Everyone relax. Everything's fine.
Let's go back to Beverly. You know, like, don't you think that the policemen, the district attorneys that knew and allowed this to go on for all these years, they should also be held accountable because they are had they acted at the time, even if it was a suspicion, to investigate and start drawing the attention on it. How many Mishas, how many Ali Carters, how many Natanias would have been saved?
Many, many, many would have been saved. But that is the issue, though, because it's not just the enforcers. It's also individuals where they will say, they will bring so-called experts in to come and interview these survivors with their testimony. And that's where you'll have the individuals that are experts in the clinical field, particularly forensic psychologists and psychiatrists, and they will say, this doesn't make sense. This is not possible. Well, it's all good and well saying this doesn't make sense. It's not possible. You were not there. When I was trafficked and when I did what I had to do, I did 11 people, men, in one day. 11. And I wasn't even that age myself.
Wow.
And then you wonder why people like me, survivors, you know, just keep quiet and just get on with their lives and put things behind them until they know that they will have a platform and they can speak.
It's almost like they're shamed. Like they're shaming you for what you've been through.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. I agree with you. And that is where we've got to be careful when we start asking for clinical opinions from individuals, where they will say, well, I can see it because I've had this for like 50 years. And 50 years where I've helped other SRA survivors, other CSA survivors, and worse. And I've had them and I've sat with them and I've actually sat around the table when they've gone for their psych evaluation and their clinical evaluation. And these people just absolutely, these doctors just rip a hole out of them. And then that's it. They back off and they say, well, maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe it's a false memory. Maybe it's not quite right. Maybe it's not as I remembered it. Well, sorry. 11-year-old is not going to remember exactly everything that happened that day in the room, not necessarily. And I think we need to change the way that survivors are evaluated, because some of the areas it makes it wrong.
There's no compassion. And like as a victim, you're already stressed that you're going to have to be questioned by the police, because especially when their tone is aggressive or they don't believe you, or instead of asking for your experience, they're asking to poke holes, and already they're antagonistic. So yes. You already your heart is pumping because you're going up to the authorities to relive something that's really horrible. Right. And especially if it's against a famous person, because you already think, they're not going to want to hear it, or they want to do everything they can to dismiss your hero. So your heart is pumping, you're stressed out, you're scared, especially if you're a child. And you have all these authorities in this cold environment, and I gotta say something, guys, and I'm sorry I'm not politically correct, but I just wish Diddy J-Lo, if she was involved, Kris Jenner, because this lady, Misha, mentioned Kris Jenner, that she did something to Kris Jenner in one of the sessions that they held her, and I think she bit her or something because she was trying to get away. Kris Jenner, Bill Cosby, Kris Jenner, she mentioned Kris Jenner, Bill Cosby, J-Lo, and I'm sure she's going to mention more. I wish these people would be put through the same paces for a week that they did to this lady. I don't think they would be able to tolerate anymore. I want them there. I want them to suffer. I want them to experience what they do to people, because it's not the same when you do it to helpless children or helpless victims. I want them tied down. I want them to. I'm angry. I'm sorry.
I hear what you're saying.
Paula, I love your energy. Thank you so much. If there were more people like all of us here, more people with the passion of Paula and Queenie and Lady Letitia, I think we would be able to put a stop to all of this. I really do. I just wish you were all there when people like me and people that I try and fight for other victims and survivors. I wish that we could help as many as we could.
You know, it starts with the DA, the one that came on, Paula, and said, well, we've known about it, but we're just now starting to get to it. Like, how can you not put a stop to it before, to save some of these victims that you knew about maybe 10 years before you decided to bring him to justice? And he probably would have had a party for his birthday if they hadn't have caught him. This still would be going on and on and on.
You know, Brent Taylor says, Paula, you cannot let the anger energy rule. Actually, no. Let's get angry.
Oh, Ron's raging. If you're picking up on Paula's anger.
Sorry, much apathy. Let's get angry. Why? Why not let us be angry? What if it were you or one of your kids, your sister, your little boy, because they did not discriminate between girls and little boys? I mean, Misha was talking about 5-year-old kids. Do you understand that? I am gonna, if you left me in a room with Diddy, I would tie him up and I would teach him what pain feels like. You know, that is absolutely disgusting. Let's all get angry. Let's all be angry.
I just need to say that we do not advocate any violence towards any PDF files, okay? Because this is YouTube, all right? Paula was speaking in metaphors there, all right? But, you know, if you had to release some rage and you had a choice between, you know, a little lamb in a field and a PDF file, I don't think that the decision's too hard to make. Also, as
Bring
well,
him to Latin America. Bring him to Latin America. I wish Diddy would be in one of the Nicaraguan jail cells here. Oh, my dear Lord.
Oh, no, there's way more.
He wouldn't make it.
Oh, he'd be out in about 5 minutes, mate. You having a laugh? He could just buy Nicaragua.
No. If he goes here in a jail cell, the jail cells here are not pretty.
I don't even think they're jail cells.
Men in there standing up because they can't sit down, and their bathroom is a little hole in the ground. You know, you really have to be with your back against the wall. And I'm sorry.
No, I think Ron is saying that he would buy his way out, Paula. That's what Ron is saying.
$1 billion, you could probably buy most of Nicaragua.
But if he didn't know, because they have very wealthy people in jail, you know, they have but if it were anybody else, he couldn't come to the jails here. You know, they have pretty huge drug lords here. You know that they arrested this lady drug lord. She was famous from Mexico. They caught her here. She was sent to one of the worst jails there. No.
Okay. Well, fair dues.
And these kinds of crimes, Ron, believe it or not, these kinds of crimes in Latin America, Queenie, you know this too. These kinds of crimes in Latin America, you can't, you know.
They're frowned upon. We frown upon people who are armed.
Very much so. These guys don't make it. They don't even. They catch you in the forest with the kids.
Jungle justice. We call it jungle justice. You get sorted. So the police just come and pick something up. Something, not even a person, but something.
They don't make it. You know, you can screw, you can steal, you can beat your wife, which is not, nobody should beat. They tolerate that. But when you mess with a kid or something like that, that's a big no-no here.
Yeah. Children are a no-no.
Yeah. It's that innocent energy. innocent energy should not be tampered with. And I think that we need to try to look at what these people are doing, but also look at those that not are supportive, but also enablers. Because the enablers, I think, if we can stop the enablers from allowing all of this to happen, and those keeping quiet because they fear of what might happen to them, then it gives society a chance to heal, and it gives them, the children and those that have grown up knowing what has happened to them, gives them the chance to heal too.
Yeah.
One of my biggest issues is Bev, is the parents who definitely like sold their children into these things.
Yeah.
That's
really
so that's the thing that I can't comprehend it. Like it just I don't know.
You're breaking up.
Don't think
unfortunately, my
phone.
parents did the same thing, and they didn't. I mean, neither of them had any justice brought upon them, because I wasn't able to prove absolutely everything without a shadow of a doubt. And people that they had in their pockets were extremely powerful, and the fixers and the handlers. Let's be clear here: all of Hollywood, all the actors, actresses, music areas, they all have handlers. I can say that factually. At my age, 45, 50 years ago, when I was trafficked to those areas, all the handlers were there with all their various charges. They all have handlers. End of.
It's been going on since they started Hollywood. What's it called? This guy, Mayer? The guy that was the original one. I mean, he used to get little kids, that they used to do, like Shirley Temple. She was that girl went through horrible things, So this has been going on forever. And because we don't get angry, they continue.
Well, good men do nothing. That's it. Good men do nothing.
If the policeman knew, because I don't understand why people are not harping more on this. If the police knew that this was going on, why did you allow it?
They need like a Me Too movement for something like this.
Never mind Me Too movement.
There is a movement.
It's like a movement. There should be a movement.
It's called Kids Too. Hashtag Kids
Too.
Kids Too. And it's the same campaign as the Me Too. And that's why I then decided to speak out. Kids Too. Hashtag Kids Too.
As long as there's a different team than the Me Too team handling Kids Too.
I would do a different hashtag.
Yeah, I would.
The hashtag PDF, cut it off.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Make sure that we like and subscribe. We're pushing out the stream for everybody. That would be great. It's our first stream back since Monday, and I appreciate all the help you guys are doing. I'm still enraged here, so once I've calmed down, we'll get on to our next topic and our next point. I think
PDF, cut it off.
We'll like I say, we've got our interview with Misha coming up on Wednesday on the 26th. Very, very exciting. And of course, at 6 o'clock tonight, we have our next interview with the individual who's Diddy's private investigator turned up at their house over some freaking TikToks, who has just joined. We've got two Shanes here. I don't know why we've got two Shanes. Shane, you need to add yourself in, mate, because I've got two of you here. Oh, there we go.
I had a phone call and it cut me off, dude. I'm sorry.
I know you're all right. I'll put you back in. You're fine. PTF, cut it off.
PTF, cut it off.
Yeah. Sadly, though, you're really only referring to one particular section of PDF there. You know
that's the one that they heard they care for the most.
I think that's a good punishment.
I don't think that's punishment enough.
They cut it off here. They cut it off and they put it in their mouths when they get these guys. They find them.
You're only really then eliminating those PDFs who,
No, I know what you mean, but it's a very cruel message. It's a very good message to send that we're going to cut it off.
Well, it's now mandatory chemical castration in some states in America for child abusers.
Oh, really?
Chemical castration has had some pretty interesting results, if I'm being honest. But I mean, the thing is, if you just stop taking your medication, because chemical castration completely dulls down sexual orientation and drive. So you've no desire or will for anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I interject a statement, Ron?
Yeah. Hang on a second, follow-up. Shane, what were you saying?
One thing that a lot of people don't know, and I don't know if it's past this year or last year, this year coming, but any PDF that has brought themselves upon a child under 13 years old, the mandatory charge now is life in prison.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
and I don't know if that's passed completely. I know there's a couple states that it's already in effect, but it's supposed to become a complete federal law. And again, I don't know the exact details, but I saw a case on the news, say 6 months, 7 months ago, and the child had just turned 13, and the broadcaster made a comment that lucky that the child was a year less older, because the federal government's supposed to put in place, if you do commit a crime against a child of a certain offense, starting with the R word, that type of violent crime too, it's an automatic 25 to life. So that'll be hopefully a deterrent too, along with the castration thing. So.
Wow, that's really good news. That's made my day, actually. It really
Yeah,
has
I don't know that it'll stop some, but hopefully it'll at least make them think twice before they jump on an app to contact the child and think, man, instead of me just getting in a few years, this is the rest of my life for making this decision. So,
hell yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant. Gosh, that is really good news.
Yeah, again, please don't, if somebody finds out that's not correct, again, it may be 2025. I'm not for sure, but I did hear it about 6 months ago. So hopefully it's something that's in effect or coming into effect. So.
It seems like an awful waste of money, if you ask me. Like that's
it is, because
if you abuse a child at 20 and we've got to pay for the next 70 years of your life. What about feet first in the big blender?
Yeah,
like, what about,
you're right. I mean, if you're going to say it's life, then why not, let's just shorten it and get it over with and take care of it now,
Or
that's just my opinion.
And again, I've said this a few times. I would be all like you ever seen Gladiator? Remember that movie Gladiator, right? Like, where are all the big lions in that? Like, let's just get all the PDFs and then bring out the freaking lions, mate. And I tell you what, any of the PDFs with their bare hands kill all the lions, right? We just put more lions in. Okay, because like I would be all right with that. I would be all right with it. But here's the problem: we can make all these jokes, and these laws are great and everything like that. But we are talking about a mental condition that we're talking. There's countries where this is punishable by death. You'll be, there's a whole bunch of horrible things that can happen to people, and it does not put people off. And I was talking to Big Homie CC, and we're still living in a world where in some parts of Africa, there's tribes that will abuse babies to cure their own sickness, right?
Right.
So there's so many levels to the whole PDF world. You've got the general PDF, who is the child lover PDF, right? That's who believes that children can consent and you can have relationships, and it's also beautiful, and it's not till you, the horrible viewer, corrupts this now a young teenage child into thinking everything that's happened is terrible. Oh, shame on us, right? That's the tip of the iceberg, mate. That's the most palatable version of this for you to deal with. But when we start delving into the realms of, and we're not even in the SRA yet, Katalia, where we've got a long stepping stone to go within just the normal rail of freak shows that are these people. I remember talking to a woman who, for the last 5 years at the time, she had been trying to find a husband to make babies with, to share with other PDF files. That was her dream. Right? And this was a woman, and people are always shocked when they hear about women and mums and all this stuff. The amount of absolutely crazy females that I've met in my research who they are just as depraved and sick as some of the men, because it takes a very special kind of crazy to want to make a child with a PDF file to then share that baby with other PDF files and be really excited to talk about it to me on the dark web, right? Like, yeah, it's bonkers. And those are the ones that are palatable that you as the side chat can handle. I mean, I've read in fact, I have transcripts from a forum called Evil BB, right? On the dark web. Now, Evil BB changes its location all the time. It is a legitimate forum full of murderers, killers, traffickers, abusers, doctors trying to sell fetuses, doctors trying to sell miscarried babies, All of that stuff. Right? It's serious things.
Didn't it have like 60,000 people, if not more?
Oh, there were tens of thousands, mate. The one that I'm still trying to take down is up to almost 7 million members. 7 million PDF files, children being abused, the producers that are producing the content, traffickers. It's rife. Okay, so what was I talking about before? Evil BB. Right. So they've got a whole course. They've got several courses on Evil BB. That if you're traveling to Thailand, how to non-verbally communicate or identify yourself with the person who you're going to then take their child from for a weekend. Do you know what I mean? I've spoken to people in these countries where they're like, isn't the internet great? I only have to show my children on the internet now. I can earn, we can all eat and no one needs to touch my child. They just have to be abused over the internet. Isn't that great? What?
Oh my God. Psychological.
No, it's not even the psychological. We're talking about poverty, Queenie. We're talking about a world where poverty is so bad it's the norm for you to take your child out and sell them.
No, I'm talking about the child, the psychological effect, damages that child is going through. I'm not. Right. Yeah, it's. I don't know. When I hear about these things, it just makes my stomach. I can't even explain. It's.
Well, guys, like we had talked about, I'm still working with a gentleman, and I'll be very quick with this, who was trafficked allegedly when he was 5 to 6 years old by a certain group of bikers. They would put him on a bus and put him right behind the driver, okay, on the bus, and he would wear a certain color, a certain outfit or whatever. And then when he got to wherever he was going, the people would pretend to be a relative or family and get him off the bus. And when he would return on a completely different bus, he had to sit behind the driver. That's how they identified that one particular child. And they trafficked him all over the country to different clubs, to different states between 5 to 6 years old. And before that, to get him ready for all that. And again, this is all allegedly, but he says he's got proof of everything. We want to have him on to tell his story. That between 2 and 3 years old and younger, his own family, immediate family, essayed him to get him ready for this lifestyle as a child. And then even trafficked drugs within certain parts of his body across state lines and things like that as well. So, and I may be off on some of that. He and I had a 2-hour conversation, and this man cried to me and cried his heart out. And we want to hopefully have him on as soon as I reach out to him again. But he's got hours of content that he's willing to share because watching our channel, Ron, and the work that you do here and what Sean does has triggered all of this after 30 years. And now he needs to share it to get rid of it before it kills him.
Oh, bless him. Yes. And he's right. They start training individuals at the age of 3. And I absolutely agree with him, because that is exactly the same as what happened to me. So, yep, I can see exactly where he's coming from. And it is the truth. I'm going to have to get going, everybody. Nice to meet everybody.
Bev. It's great to see you again, Bev.
Beverly and I are back
on Sunday. Make sure you come and join us on Sunday, everyone. And thanks, Bev, for being here. I really appreciate
Beverly, it was so nice meeting you.
Likewise. Enjoy your weekend where you're off to. Have a lovely time.
You too, sweetheart.
Right. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye from me.
Bye. Bye.
All right.
That was such a treat, Ron, to have Beverly.
Beverly's a legend, right? She's an absolute. It's just an absolute legend. I can't say enough good things about her. I really, really can't. At this point, guys, give us another like, another share if you can. We've sort of gone a bit off topic this morning, but that's all right. Queenie, Lady Letitia, I just want to ask you one more time. Is there anything that's been covered this week on the Diddy case that has stuck out for you that you want to just touch on before we go jumping down some more topics? Also, Maggie, did I send you the link? Did I send everyone the wrong link?
Yeah, you did send me the wrong link. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I sent Maggie the link. Hang on a second. Let me just forward it.
Well, I wanted to Queenie know that they raided P. Diddy's cell and took some information away from him that is client privilege
This is what I'm saying, is that all these things that are happening, it's like it's orchestrated so that everything can be thrown out and it goes nowhere. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's scary.
What they
Because
think
he
they're going to
can
do
just
is
walk
find a
free.
gallon of baby oil?
They're gonna find, his lawyer's gonna find some loopholes and stuff, because they're already talking about his paperwork that they're saying is client privilege, whatever. I saw that
Right.
bit.
Yeah, Queenie, is there something wrong with your phone, Queenie? Because it sounds like every
I
time
don't know what's going on. What this
Crack it in the pot.
bloody phone?
it's your mic is horrific to listen to. It's almost like the mic's wet. Does anybody know what I mean by when you hear like a wet speaker, you get that popping noise?
Yeah,
I don't know.
100%.
I don't know what's going on. Ron, you know my phone isn't
Yeah,
working very well. So
everyone's links can be found in the description down below. Links for supporting should be there as well.
Queenie's Kitchen. We want to
Yeah,
help.
Queenie, I tried to find a couple of people to help you with the kitchen, and I never got any response back.
Sorry, we're past the kitchen stuff now. Ron's about to have a baby. Get in line. Your damn kitchen can wait. Okay, I'm very sorry, but yeah, if anyone wants to help me, that would be great. Links are in the description. But oh God, Queenie's going to try and fix her phone and come back. So where do we want to go to first with this? I think we've covered a lot of the headlines. I think we know what we're sort of caught up with Diddy and what's been going on. We've obviously his court case is going to be later on today.
2:00.
2:00, which is what time is it there now, Letitia? Like
it is 10:30.
10:30. So 4 hours. Is that right?
Yeah.
4 hours from now. Okay, so that's about 8:30 our time. Okay. Good. You have a laxative. I don't need a laxative, thanks. I'm good. I'm very good. Ron's been chained to the editing board for days. His brain is smashed to pieces, and I come in to do my live, and I'm just not a big fan of being told not to do things.
Your hair is on point today.
Oh yeah, the hair's on fire. That's about the only good thing that's going on today. Hang on a second. They didn't do anything wrong. Diddy and his lawyer are lying. Oh, okay. Also, all the people that are asking about BJ, the random, what the hell's her channel called? The Random Witness.
BJ Investigates.
No,
she has two of them.
I know. BJ Investigates. The Surprise Witness. Yeah, BJ's our friend of the channel. I would love to get BJ back on. She really knows how to break down all the legal stuff. So does Lionel as well. He's another fantastic one to break down legal documents. But BJ, if you're watching, please come back. Please come and do our show with me. I would freaking love it. Now, a lot of you were saying that Misha's. I sometimes, Sarah, but he's busy right now. He's doing a lot of stuff with his wine tours and all of that, and it just wasn't enough time to be doing everything, sadly. But yeah, I wish I'll Phil all the best. Hope he's doing great. Now, yeah, Surprise Witness. Yeah. Queenie, here we go. Queenie, have you got any earbuds? Have you got any earphones, Queenie, that you would come plug into your phone? Or have you got a phone that doesn't have a phone socket, like a headphone socket?
Are you speaking to me, Ron?
Yes. Have you got any headphones? You know, when you buy your phone, sometimes you get those white headphones.
Yeah, I've got a headphone, but I think let me ask my son where is it, because he borrowed it. One moment.
Because that'll fix it for you, Queenie. That'll fix everything. I'm just going to mute you as well, just because.
Sean said to tell her to restart her phone.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it sounds like the mic's actually damaged. If I'm being honest,
yeah, I'm with you too, bud.
Sometimes you can get water, or even a tiny little crumb can get in there, and it can do all kinds of madness. Also, can I just say, welcome Sophia, welcome the legendary Chins, welcome Kayla, thank you PS. Thank you, the one and only Chins herself, the legend.
I love that.
It's so good. It's so good. I don't even know how to say that, so I'm just going to call you Pi. Beverly, can you please read on the judge? Well, too late, mate. Sorry, because I'm useless. Natasha, find the how everyone believe that you're responsible for Misha's feeling safe last night. Vigilant energy, teacher, light worker, empath, blood sunshine. Thank you, Atwoods. Really love your work, what you were doing. Listen, I always say this to everyone: we're more than just a podcast here. You know, we're still talking to good old Ronnie Bow in the group that we've made with him, and it's just fantastic. And once again, Chins, you're on fire today, mate. You are just on fire. Are you in Australia by any chance? Is it late night where you are? You had a couple of wines and you're just like that. If so, have another wine. I'm all for it. But I appreciate all the support, mate. I'm all right with technology. I'm not going to lie. Do you know what it is? I've just missed talking. That's what I've missed. I've missed talking.
We missed you.
Every time you guys start having a conversation, I get really angry today for some reason because I'm just like, shut up. I just want to talk. No one else talk. It's so bad. It's so bad.
You never call me, and you called me at 6:30. Said, "I just want to talk to you. I want to hear your voice." I'm like, and then you didn't let me talk. But it's okay.
Like poor Dan, right? Poor Dan tries our best, right? You got to understand. I'll finish work that Wednesday night. Let me describe this. I finish work at 1 o'clock, and I go through, and you know, when I finish a live stream and you see me all tired, right? My body is not tired, right? My brain is knackered, but my body is ready to go. Right, so there's this weird 45 minutes where I'm pacing around the living room, and just ranting at Dan, and she's sitting there going, "Oh yes."
Even when your ass hurts, your A hurts. Sorry,
I care.
No. Again, I need to point out Ron's having a baby. There's no fun. There's no fun perks.
No extra funds.
There's extra funds, but it all goes on Christmas right now because I don't want to get a new chair until I turn this way, right? So once we're facing this way, I'll take you through the whole conundrum again.
Sitting on a sawhorse.
I don't even care. Listen, the show's gone awry today. So here's where the wall is.
Okay.
Right? So I don't have a back on this chair because it broke off. This is just balancing against the wall, so I don't look like an absolute petulant tramp. Okay, so when I want to stand, if I was to try and stand up right now, my entire man area and my thighs would smash against the table, right? Okay, so I have to turn this way and then stand up. So I've decided this is a bit much. So I'm now going to take the table and put the table over there. See where the computer is? That's where the new desk going to go there. So it'll be monitor, and then I'll be able to sit with my back this way and my face this way and get a new chair.
There you go.
I swear to God, Lily, I heard you the first time.
We got a new member.
I love you lots, but you don't have to keep typing it. I've got you, Lily. All right, I feel your vibe. My coccyx is broken, Lauren. There's no coccyx left. I've rounded it off into just a nubbin. Okay, it's just a nubbin now. But I would love to get BG back, and thank you very much, Lily, for making sure that we get that message. I really do appreciate it.
Lorraine is a new member.
Listen, we've got loads of listen, I can't wait for the members night. I need to establish, because the problem is, I guarantee you we'll have a tiny little amount of UK members, a huge amount of American ones, and a huge amount of Australian ones. And whatever time I pick for the live stream, half of the people are going to be angry about it. So if it turns out that it's more or less half and half on two completely crazy time zones, I will make sure to hello? Yeah? Oh, babe, you can have all of that. I love you. Dan's just come in holding a cheesecake, a cheesecake roulade, and she's like, "Do you want any more of this, or can I have it?" So I'm like, "Oh, I tell you what, man. I was at the shop trying to buy new clothes the other day, and seen myself for the first time in 2.5 years in a full-length mirror, and your boy needs to control some calories." Okay,
chunky, buddy. You chunky.
No, listen. I'm just saying, and I'm telling you now, I'm pretty sure it's all happened since the pregnancy. Because believe it or not, my main workout and main cardio is something that isn't happening right now. So, I'm like yesterday, I was totally controlling all my calories, and I realized I don't have the responsibility in me to not eat a bunch of cookies at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I really need to watch what I'm doing, man. It was not. I was looking at myself, just like, what have you done?
See, I usually don't see you stand up, and when you guys did your reveal, and you and
I don't
Dan
want
were
to
standing
hear your
apart-
opinion on if you agree with me being a chunky boy. That's not
Well,
how you help someone get past their pain. Just say I look beautiful. That's all you need to say. Ron, you
as
look
pregnant
great.
as she did, so yes, you're beautiful.
How dare you go and sit down there for 2 minutes, Shane? You don't come back on this panel for 2 minutes. You think about what you just got down well said. How dare you? How dare you? I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, I need to do some stuff. What's my wife's food cravings right now? So I'm only joking, Shane. So what has she been craving? Quavers are like a cheesy crisp. She'll go and shame eat 6 bags of Quavers in the kitchen and just not say anything. And then she comes back out and she comes to give you a cuddle, and then she exhales and the cheese smell hits you. And you can't be like, oh no, because then she's going to get self-conscious about it. So you just got to power through. What else?
But you're telling us.
Oh yeah, listen, this is where the show's gone today.
What's a Quaver? What is a Quaver?
I like sloppy joes. I ate a lot of sloppy joes.
Sloppy joes. Okay, that's a very different thing in the UK. It sounds like something that goes on between a man and a wife. Ron's recent chunk up. Yes. Ron, even just a little set of bike wheels underneath the bike pedals underneath the desk, and I can just, as long as I pedal, the internet stays on. I'll drop the pound so fast.
Electric on.
Just saying, man. I was looking at myself like, what? So that's getting dealt with. 100%.
What is PS saying there? If you have a good contact with Lionel B, can you tell him to tell those women to hide? I'm afraid for their lives. Yeah, Lionel's taken some of these ladies under his wing, PS. So he's also looking out for their best interest as well. So sorry, that just caught me off guard. I didn't mean to read it out loud like that.
So I mean, keep in mind as well, Beverly's part of our group now as well, and like she is literally a Jedi. If something was to happen to somebody that their energy's on the radar, she can usually jump in pretty fast. Oh, Nappy, what is happening, mate? What is happening, mate? It's been so long. Thank you for the dono, mate. Yeah, we'll need to touch base. In fact, Shane, can we throw a Discord link in? A Discord.
I think somebody just did a little bit ago, but yeah, we can submit to drop it.
If there's one, but yeah, come and join us, Nappy, man. It's good to see. I hope the music's going well. The studio, everything's good, mate. It's great to freaking hear from you. Come and join the Discord, you beautiful, beautiful man.
Kind of shorten his name up a little bit.
Yeah, wow. Like imagine that on a play button. Do you know what I mean?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's tiny. Maggie's down here. Maggie, how are you? What's happening?
Hello, Maggie. You got your coffee?
Did I send you Did I send you the wrong link twice today, by any chance?
Guys, the Discord link is right in the description, or right in the thing there. Mac just put it in. So
hello, everyone. But yeah, I just woke up, so it's not your fault at all. I just woke up. I'm just lazy. I'm
gonna be lazy.
What's your favorite food craving during the pregnancy? We should ask that of Dan.
Did everyone hear Maggie break up there, or was it just me that heard her break up? Did the whole panel hear Maggie's voice go like a robot, or was it just me?
Me, I heard.
Did you hear my voice go like a robot?
So, did everyone? No, I'm being serious. So, Letitia, you didn't hear it. Did you hear it, Shane?
Yeah, I heard it crack-a-lacking.
That's weird. I wonder if that's because we're like admins on the StreamYard, Shane.
Cause and effect. We love you.
That's weird, man. Yeah, cause and effect. Sorry to hear that, mate.
We're here for you, cause and effect.
Did you see the interview between Natanya, Jaguar, and Misha?
No. Like Ron has been literally chained to the editing suite, right? And I mean, I'm just saying.
Guess what? Guess she's coming on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we've got her on the show on Wednesday.
The 27th.
Misha.
Yeah, 26th. I think that's.
Is it at the same? Are you gonna have her at the same time as Adria?
Yeah, I didn't hear a word of that. You broke up for me.
I'm sorry. I said, are you gonna be with her with Adria?
No.
And no, I think it's just Misha. Misha
Yeah,
that's coming on.
Adria's not coming on. She was on before when I was referencing
Yeah.
that was where she had been on the channel before. That's all.
I just found out that she was the Jane Doe.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
You guys
pretty
know
nuts.
before.
Oh yeah, I was crying on that one. I called, like, literally. Normally, I called Natanya the moment I saw the video between Lionel B and Misha, because I was like, Misha needs Natanya.
Oh, I think they
Mm.
didn't they link up? Didn't you have a video
Yes.
with that on their earlier run?
Hmm. They did.
Sorry, I was just typing there. What did you say there, Letitia?
You got a video with Natanya and Misha.
Yeah, I've got this one here.
It's Misha.
To be honest, I'm a little bit concerned if. So, for example, if Lionel's representing Misha, and one of his ways of keeping his people safe is by enforcing a non-reaction policy, I don't want to tempt fate and watch any of this now in case we get a strike. So, and I can't imagine for a second Natanya would do that, but I can understand from Lionel's point of view if he's representing survivors. And again, I'd like to reiterate, usually I'm a heavy criticizer of people that strike channels, but when it comes to protecting a story and protecting a narrative, as long as the person who's doing that is entrusted with that, I don't have a problem with it, because it's not, Lionel isn't doing it from being a pain about YouTube. He's doing it from he doesn't want to see 5,000 channels pull these women's words apart,
Right.
and all of that. So I completely understand it. So it may be the case that our channel is subject to that. It may be the case that Natanya's channel is subject to that, and I'm all right with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with it.
Yes.
But when someone tells me that
protected,
when someone tells me I can't do something because I'll get a strike, and I know, I just want to push you all to a very famous court case with a guy called H3H3. He had a claim put in against him, a copyright claim, and sued the living crap out of a guy for doing a false claim. Won it in court, and it sort of changed the YouTube landscape a lot. But I respect Lionel. He's a cool guy. He's been on the show. I'm down with the Lionel B show. He's a cool guy. But I don't want to put Nat in a weird position by her suddenly coming to her phone and saying, "Hey, Nat, I'm going to do bits of this and I'm going to do that." And then she's like, "Oh, no, we can't do that because I promised Lionel." I completely understand that, just so we know.
Did he start representing her like yesterday? When did he get
No,
in contact with her?
I think Lionel, and also as well, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I think what Lionel's doing is because I think it was a dream. I forget her name. This is Miss English, and it's my boy, Mike in the house. Mike is in the house. We need to fix your aspect ratio, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we'll just let Mike get caught up. I don't even think Mike realizes he's on the show yet. Once Mike realizes he's on the show, right, then we'll get to Mike.
There he is.
I have a question.
Hang on. Let me just make sure I finish this little rant, right? So, just in case anyone is, watching and all of that from earlier, I got a lot of respect for Lionel and Miss English and Misha. I believe he was the ones who broke their stories. And I imagine what he's doing is putting up a safety wall to keep bullshit creators from derailing stories, getting shills near them, anything like that. So I can respect that. I can respect it all. Yeah, it's all good, mate. So, just don't tell me I can't do it, because I can and will, but I respect your wishes and I won't, because,
So Lionel was saying that he was giving like advice to Misha and Adria. He's not representing them, because Misha was saying on Nylon B that she needed a lawyer, and I thought that maybe she needed, I don't know, Ariel.
I swear to God, Mike just grabbed his nuts.
Okay, so yeah.
It's his phone. Yeah, Matthew, I got your message about getting everybody tied together. I've just been with the relative of mine passing. I just haven't had a chance to do all that yet. So,
I
Queenie.
love you, Shane. Thank you.
Yes, right. Somebody.
Okay,
Right,
I have a question.
Wait. But what I swear to God, you are the first question, Lady Letitia. Mike, are you there?
And it's on a different subject too.
Oh yeah, you fixed your aspect ratio, Mike. Yes. Oh man, Mike, Mike and his
Go,
glass
Mike.
of water.
I
Go,
love
Mike.
his studio.
Go, Mike.
I love his
Go,
studio.
Mike.
Mike,
You can do it. Put your back into it.
I like that song.
Oh, it's too good. It's too good. All right, we'll give Mike and I a minute. Mike's still having. Let's go, Lady Letitia. Mike, we'll come back to you. Yeah, Lady Letitia.
I know we talked about this earlier, but Diddy is.
There you go. I'm ready now.
Oh, well, you're too late now. Lady Letitia's talking, Mike. You just need
woman first.
We're going to get
woman
a
first.
We'll circle back around to you in a minute, my guy. 2 minutes, mate.
Reorganize, guys. Reorganize. There we go.
So Diddy is going to appear in court today without his shackles. Does that mean we're going to see him on camera?
Oh, I don't know. That's a really good question. I can't imagine.
It says Diddy to appear without shackles as fight to get out of Brooklyn jail continues.
Interesting.
He's just going before the judge to ask to be again to have to be able to be let out. So I don't see why that would be filmed, because that's not the procès.
And he's still fighting for bail. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He keeps on being refused, and now that they discovered that, can you imagine? The man is so weird that he's actually ordering his kid to take picture and put them on Instagram.
Sure, because the Instagram, as long as they keep his account alive, anything they post gets views and they get paid. And he's probably, what I'm guessing is, when all of the time he had from the first whisper of him being charged, all the months that he was out, businesses, anything that needed to be changed over, accounts and all, you watch it, you probably will find that a lot of his social media accounts have been switched into his kids' names, because if not, they would have shut them down by now. In my opinion, I'm thinking, Ron, what do you think about that? Is that something they would typically do?
But what I don't understand. I'm so sorry.
He took a break, but yeah, go ahead, Maggie. I'm sorry.
But yeah, what I find crazy about this is that if you have a fake phone, if you have a phone in jail and you're trying to, pay the people that are suing you, but you have the time to think about Instagram, that proves how much that man is dangerous even inside of the jail.
Oh, he's
very much
sociopath or narcissist. He's not even thinking about the repercussions of what he's done. He's just trying to figure a way to keep making money to pay the lawyers, because in his head, he's not going to prison. He's too good for prison. So he's trying to figure out all the ways to, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Mike, how you doing, sir? Oh, I'm sorry.
He's that arrogant he doesn't feel like he's in some serious trouble.
Right. Yeah. He's not gotten to that point yet where he's thinks he's still above the law, and until they slam the door and say, "We'll see you in 10 years for your next for your first your first parole hearing." So
parole hearing.
Mr. Cross, the Equalizer, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
What's going on?
You're back, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's great. I appreciate it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what the hell happened to Mike Tyson, man? There's 5 minutes we need to discuss.
Dude.
What happened? He's 60-year-old. That's what happened.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. 60-year-old man walk.
I'm sorry, ladies. Have we been talking all morning? And has Mike just joined us? Can I have a second? Just a second.
To be fair, I just joined too.
Oh, yeah,
hello, Mike.
That actually is a really good point. Yeah. So, Letitia, you're the one that's in trouble. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
This world is about money. They don't want to know who's gonna win this fight for real. It's about money. And Mike took a dive. He know it.
Oh yeah, I would have taken the dive too, 100%. If I was 58 and someone said, "Hey, do you want to take a dive for like 60 million?" I'd be like, "Sure, this no problem." But I mean,
here's the thing: when you are a winner,
Mike, do you not think there would have been a better way to take a dive? Because he came off.
He don't know how to.
Well, he came off as an old frail man, dude. The first round and the first half of the second round, there was some hope there. But the option to look like a frail old man to take the dive, I'm telling you, that must have been a bag.
You know why I 100% know
he's
he took a dive?
60-year-old.
That's and I believe you.
We
on that.
look it.
You know why? I know 100% that he took a dive because real fighters will fight all the way to the end. You blood, sweat,
He
and
couldn't.
tears. Can you imagine? Okay.
Mike, he could barely breathe. When he was walking
whatever.
back to the chair, he was like,
That's acting. Terrible acting too.
Yeah, no, there's a royal mess tonight. I just don't know what time it is. I need to check what time our stream's finishing.
There was a time when I
got
knew
some raw mess stuff.
There was a time when I knew we were supposed to win, and I played on a broken ankle and was yelling at the top of my lungs.
Yeah,
we are going to win by any means necessary. And that's how hungry Mike Tyson used to be back in the day. That was, you're right. It was an old man, whatever. It was not.
Thank you.
Fight.
Back in the days.
That little kid, I didn't know he was that young, to be honest.
I have a question for you, Mike.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you think that Mike Tyson was just trying to make sure he made it to the last round?
2-minute rounds? Are you kidding me?
With 16-ounce gloves, 16-ounce gloves, 2-minute rounds. I'll tell you what, though, Mike. Did you see the women's undisputed championship fight that came before that? Headbutting, bitch.
That's a fight.
That headbutting. Listen, this. I'm telling you now, man.
She was headbutting.
Okay, listen. All I'm saying, right, is that was a madness, Mike. The headbutting, and then to win.
She was cheating.
Oh no, was it a draw? Was it a draw?
It was a draw, and the referee didn't discipline the headbutting. He didn't discipline.
And if you look at both of them, they both were cut up. They were both cut up.
Yeah, they
both women.
One had an eyelid hanging off.
But if you go back and look, the other girl's cut too. She just didn't headbutt as much. That's why they said they were surprised, because it was they were fighting. I mean, headbutting happens in boxing.
Mike, no, sorry, you can't. You clearly just watched that one fight, and then you're both making an analogy. You need to go back and watch that. But sadly, Mike, everyone's jumped in now, so we're just going to have to get back on topic. I was going to have a chat with you there. Everyone else needs to get their bits in, and now here
I'm sorry, we interrupted your little.
Next week, the first half of the show will be me by myself, and then I'll bring the panel in after the first half of the show.
Right.
I've got stuff to say, and I'm trying to say it, and it's just not working. So, but Mike, anyway, everything's looking good there, brother. It's all looking like a good little setup we've got going on now. We need to get a table for there, so that
I got stuff all over the place.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm number one. I'm leaving the job, so I got
nice.
I got all my equipment from my office. That's y'all want to see?
You're a piano player. You should play something for us real quick.
Nice.
Do you two think I have ADHD? You two. I'm talking to you two. You two think I have ADHD? You two are
all my equipment
fired today.
Yeah.
Both of you.
So
I have ADHD.
I'm leaving the job.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Everybody on my team is trying to tell me how to do YouTube, and I only listen to Ron.
Oh yeah, it's good fun when you've got 10 people all trying to tell you 10 things.
I know.
Yeah, no, Mike, you're doing really, really well. All you need is some advice on camera position, getting a little maybe a little bit extra table coming down that side, so when you're facing this way, you've got a little table over you. Other than that, other than the anxiety that these bottles cause me, other than that, it's great.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get it all together because you guys are here. To see y'all, I got to look here, then I got to look. So I'm gonna get it all together.
Yeah, no, we'll get it. To be honest, though, we've not even had a time for a conversation after this, Mike. It's been full. You've been ill. I've been chained to the editing desk. So we'll get everything set up for you, mate. But you've done a great job.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about. We was going to go live. That's why I turned this on, and then my partner called me and said that Ron wants you to go live. I'm like, oh man, when are we going? We need to get out. We need to get our stuff together. So
I seen you putting out a live at the same time as my daily show. I'm watching you.
I'm learning from you, man. And I got a couple of partners that other channels that want to hook up with me. And I feel happy. I feel blessed. I was just on the phone with one of my bosses, and she said, well, I need you to put this on my computer. I'm like, well, I could do it Monday. And she goes, well, I'm not going to be here Monday. I'm not there right now. So what do you want me to do? What's wrong with these people?
Oh,
so
listen, I hear you, bro. Sorry, just carry on with your story, mate. I was just
No, my only point is, you all can telework. I got to be there every day. I'm taking a stand. I'm taking a stand. I can care less. I got to worry about me from here on out.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? That's kind of how you got
us too.
Oh, sorry, everyone froze again. I'm not interrupting. I swear to God, I'm not interrupting. Everyone's frozen. Who was talking? I'm so sorry. I didn't talk. I heard Maggie start to talk, but Mike was talking, and then everyone froze. So, Maggie, tell me what just happened there, please.
Oh, I just told to Mike, invite us too. We want to come to your show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I did a concert last night, and people was like, "You should go live, dude. I can't play the bass and hook all this."
Oh no, Mike. That is the next thing we're going to teach you, bro. Because you're probably about $60 worth of equipment away from being able to have kick-ass live streams for your shows. You're really. How many phones have you got? Have you got a couple of spare phones, like old iPhones or anything like that? Have you got?
I got 2 phones. I got 2 cell phones. Okay, I got 3 or 4 cameras. Yeah, the cell phone. I could put the cell phone on a tripod and just go live and just.
Well, here's the thing. For about $60, you get a stand for your phone that has a laser on it that will track your movement. So when you're going across the stage, it will rotate the phone at you and stuff like this. It's super cool. But other than that, it's like, I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. I can't wait to keep doing stuff live, bro. Because music's one of those things that if you're able to do live performances and showcase all that, that's a whole new podcast style for you, where before the show you can be talking to the band, talking to the bar owners, talking to the crowd, whatever, do the show, and then do an after chat and things like that, and just test it. What's the worst that can happen? You're already there doing it, right?
Yeah, we actually recorded a lot of footage of me walking in and out of shows, and then my partner, my editor, he edits it up and everything and put it on Facebook or YouTube and stuff like that. But nothing never really took off until this baby oil.
Yeah, Mike, you and I talked about that.
Yeah. So right now we want to keep going with what's making us some money, and I never in my life made money like this.
Well, listen, it's not about replacing your content. It's not even about putting these live streams on your main YouTube. There's loads of options. It's more this is for the fans. Like this is you're doing this anyway, so there'll be a bunch of people that want to see it. So maybe Instagram would be the place for that, or something like that. Do Instagram lives and things like that. But people will follow you to your platform for that. It sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah. We getting it together little by little, but right now, like, I just got off the phone with 2 people that's like, will you just shut up and let me do it my way? Because you keep telling me, well, Mike, first of all, you shouldn't say this. You should say this, and you should do this, and you should cut your hair. You should do this. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, why don't you do your channel, and that way you can do that, and you can do that, and you can do that.
Yeah, nah, I'm only here to tell you about cameras and tech and where your desk should be and all that crap. You've got everything you've nailed, bro.
But Ron, this is the part that kills me. You know what you're talking about. They don't even have a freaking channel.
Oh, nice. Even better. Yeah, even better. Like never trust a bald barber, Mike. Never trust a bald barber. All right, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Never trust a bald barber. I like that.
Yeah, or advice about YouTube with people that have no channels.
You're going to tell me
from a fat guy.
You're going to tell me that this plumber knows all about these diamonds. This diamond right here, the plumber says is a fake diamond. This is a great diamond. If you go to a jeweler, get it. Yeah, that's what I'm. Like the lady, there's a lady that's renting my basement, and she's gonna tell me how to give somebody bass guitar lessons.
Hey, listen, she pays her rent on time, man. That's all that matters, Mike. She can give you all the crap advice in the world. All right, she's paying her rent. That's all that matters. Big shout out to the lady in the basement. We're all here for this.
She is the only one. She's the only one that can give me some bad advice, and I would accept it.
I know what you're thinking. Not another guy out, not another musician in America with a woman in the basement. She's willing. She applied to be there, and she pays rent. Listen, Rachel. It is the Ron Show. I don't know if you missed a memo. This is my show. Okay. I would like to invite you to leave if you don't want to. I mean, I can
I've
time
told
you
her
out.
like 4 times.
Nah, do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Nah, mate, you've had it now, pal.
Man, leave my buddy
enjoy,
alone.
Enjoy the naughty step. So yeah.
Peace out.
So yeah. So yeah, but Mike, listen, we've been
Put her in the
touching on
naughty
the fact-
step.
Oh hell yeah,
Couple.
naughty step. She's well and truly on the naughty step. So Mike, we've been touching on the fact that Diddy's cell was raided. Okay. Then apparently they lost the stuff, which is already suspicious. Then apparently now what they've found could lead to the case being dismissed, according to various legal, professionals. I've not done a live stream since Monday. Can you fill me in on what has triggered you this week? The headlines, the Diddy news, what has stuck out for you? And I know you've been ill though, so if you are
Ron,
behind, don't worry.
Ron,
Yes.
just to tell you, the thing that you just said about the raid, that is not exactly what happened.
Here's the thing that tripped me out is
okay. We'll come back to that, Maggie, after.
One quick thing I want to say: if you are trying to get bail and you are using other people's cars or they pen or whatever, even though they say everybody does that, that's against the rules. That's another strike against you to not get out on bail. Period.
Oh, yeah.
But now in Diddy's defense, if you write notes for only you and your lawyer that's private and they confiscated it and read it, that's wrong. So it can go both ways.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
What happened? Please.
That's why I brought that up.
Really?
What happened?
Yeah,
just
please,
because
Maggie's our designated adult for today when it comes to telling the kids that they've got some of the facts wrong. All right. So
well, you know how I am, that I look at everything, So I've seen a lot of people saying that thing about the raids as if it's gonna do something for Diddy's case, that it could throw out the case, when it's just literally that there was a sweep that was already scheduled before Diddy was even in prison. And they did the sweep like they do that every time it's a jail. They're always doing sweep. And then the lawyer of Diddy tried to use that as if it was a breach of security, when in fact all the documents that were confiscated is literally document that would write legal. So like the people that were doing the sweep, they took that, they went to different they went to different security procedure to not exactly give that type of reason to Diddy, as if the feds were that stupid to give something like that to Diddy so that man could get out. Thank you, my husband. But yeah. Okay, so it pissed me off that people keep on acting as if that's sweet because they're listening to what Diddy is saying.
Here's what I came up with. Of course, they can make a sweep or whatever, but my question is, when they sweep and they find papers, his notes, are they able to look through these notes? Is that legal or illegal?
It's legal. No, it's legal. Think about the Menendez brothers trial.
Well, it's a client.
Think about the Menendez brother trial. Remember, when they did, like, they wrote letters to one another, they confessed thing or whatever, the prison as always did sweet.
Wait, what's the question? I'll voice note Lionel, the lawyer.
I guess the question is, this is the question. Okay. If you in jail and you write notes down, that are those private notes just for me, or they raid the cell?
Lawyer.
Wait, Mike, Mike, ask the question again for me so I can record it. Go.
Look, if somebody in jail, whatever they write, whatever their diary is, whatever the notes are for their lawyer, when they do a raid, can they look at this stuff?
Yes, it's a jail. It's not like they're going to your house. It's a jail. That's what they did with the Menendez brother.
Okay. That's your answer. Yes. What's your? I'm sorry. What's your? Linda. I can't see. Where are my glasses? What's your answer?
Paula was on earlier and she was talking about how you have client and privilege, where you don't supposed to be all up in your client's information that is based on you and your lawyer. So it was like invading his privacy.
So your answer is no.
They can get him on a technicality and it could be thrown out. That's what was said.
So
guys,
your answer is
I've got a document. Hold on, everybody, hang on for a second. I got an email from someone in the chat that has sent me a legal document from the lawyers showing that they took pictures of what was in his cell. I'm sending it to Ron right now for you guys to see. Ron, take a look at your WhatsApp. There's this. That's the document saying they were legally allowed to take a look at all this stuff.
I'm with you,
and
Maggie.
is that illegal?
If you're in jail,
no, it's not illegal. They can use it for. I mean, if he's writing down things that he did, and they come in there and they do a sweep, and it's part of the evidence that's in his cell, they could take anything from his toilet paper to his toothbrush if it has to do with that case.
Right. I'm going to be away for about 4 minutes. Hold the fort.
Okay.
Right.
And I can't show this, guys, but when he comes back, it is from the United States of America against Sean Combs with his attorney from the United States District Judge. On the 19th, letter to the court filed prior to hearing the same day, defendant stated a government investigator took photographs of several items, including intact pages from 2 different legal pads and pages that are ripped out of other legal pads in his cell. So when he gets back, Ron can read the rest of it. I can't see all of it on my phone, but yeah, everything is there. Somebody sent that to me.
Is it saying that his lawyer wants to throw out the case because of them into his legal information, and it's supposed to be just between him and his lawyer? But like Maggie said, you can't be in the jail and think you own anything in there. They can go in there and confiscate anything. But they're trying to throw the case out on a technicality that they went through his legal documents, and that's the only way that him and his lawyer can communicate, according to Paula.
Well, the thing is, if there are like private document between the lawyer and
hear me.
Yes, Jane.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got disconnected. Everything dropped out for a minute.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I'm with you, Maggie. I'm thinking that you in jail. So whatever you say, do, or write down, we're going to look at.
Right.
Period.
Exactly. It's a jail. It's not your house. But like Diddy,
if you don't want me to see it, then don't write it down.
Exactly. So to have client and lawyer privilege, that's the information that you tell only to your lawyer when you are in a meeting with them. Exactly, when you're meeting with them. Right. Exactly. If you write it in your cell, the prison is not your house.
Right. Okay. And I'm with you on that. I believe that, but I don't know the rules. And this is what I keep telling people, period. Know and learn the rules of this land before you do something.
Yeah. And guys, I have a relative that's in prison for 10 years. Anything that's in their cell is not your property. When you leave, you don't take a lot of it with you, depending on where you're at. Anything you have while you're under custody of the federal government or state is theirs. I mean, you're there because you've been sentenced there, but anything you've got, anything you write down, if it has to do with your case, can and will be used against you in a court of law, even after you've been, because he has not been sentenced yet. He's just being held until the trial comes up. So anything he does right now to this point is going to put him even further away, which is great in my opinion. But yeah, I mean,
but
if you don't,
and that's what the problem is. Go ahead.
But they're not going to stop. They're not going to, even though that's true, his lawyer's still going to say that they violated it, correct?
Yes, it's their job.
How can they violate it? I mean, again, he was stupid enough to write something down that would get him further in trouble, and either somebody had to have quote unquote turned him in, or it just happened to be during a normal raid where they hit everybody's cell, because they will do that. They'll hit everybody without any type of warning at all, just to see if there's any types of weapons or drugs or anything of the sort, because it's all there. You can get anything in prison, they say. So don't put, if a guard walks in, and in this case it was an investigator, so I think they were targeting just him, but they can do that. You don't think so?
Oh
no, they said it was so.
You said it was already scheduled.
Well, again, when you see the document I sent Ron, I mean, it's literally paperwork saying that during a raid, but I mean, why would there be paperwork unless it wasn't prearranged? Yeah, they can try to do that.
Yeah.
They said that because
and it's completely legal.
Exactly, because the legal team of Diddy, which is their job to like try to find a loophole, it's their job.
Right.
But
and having that document, which basically it's a warrant to search his cell, you can still have a warrant even though he's in custody. You know, so if he's writing things down, which again, what's he plan on doing with it? You know, from a crook's point of view, why keep presenting evidence against yourself? You're just incriminating yourself, dum. You know, so proof positive the guy's an idiot because he's just putting himself deeper in trouble, which again I'm happy about, but you know, and I hope every other victim is too. So
according to Beverly, he's in there thinking that he's gonna, you know, he doesn't really see that he's in this. He probably sees that he's in trouble, but he's got this arrogant attitude, like he's above the law and he's gonna get off.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I mean, he definitely, right at this point, like I said, he had so many months to prepare for this as far as like what he was going to do. All right, sons, if I go to jail, we want to do this with the business. I'm putting this in your name. I'm putting that in your name. And we're doing this. And all the other relatives are going to take over and do things. The plane, if it doesn't work out where we can book it, we can sell it. Which the plane I think is up for sale right now for like $60 million or something crazy like that.
Oh, I thought it was seized, but it's up for sale. Okay.
No, I read it was up for sale. TMZ had a posting about it. It was up for sale. Okay. Now again, that may have been prior to them seizing it, so I very well could be wrong.
Why
you're probably right. I heard that too.
Yeah.
What have y'all heard about Diddy's island?
Diddy has an island? God dang! Everybody got an island.
Yeah, it's an island, but it's not. I mean, I think Ron, it's connected by a bridge, but yeah, he owns his own private little.
It's quite interesting that the shipping container staff from the shipping company that's across the port from his island, they're all on strike or quitting their jobs apparently because they can't be dealing with screams coming from the containers anymore. They're just a bit sick and tired of hearing it all. I just got my first set of Oracle cards.
Whoa.
That's
check your WhatsApp for that document I sent you about the itself.
Hey guys,
just to
I'm
say,
have to leave. I'm off the road. Go ahead.
On you go, Mike.
Yeah, I'm great. My team is waiting on me, man. But I wanted to come on and say what's up to Shane and what's up to Ron and the two beautiful ladies we have. The beautiful ladies.
Yeah,
most definitely.
So listen, Mike, I'll touch base with you over the weekend, mate. We'll get something sorted out. Always good to see you. Glad you're feeling better. Beautiful
most
man.
Definitely. Feel a little better.
Peace.
Hey, peace out. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Ron, can you guys hear me?
Yes, Queenie's here.
Queenie.
Yes.
Where's
we can hear you now.
Yes, I can.
Oh, you sound much better now too, Queenie.
Okay, good.
Oh, actually, you sound a little bit like it doesn't sound. I think we're so used to hearing your phone like throwing your voice out with so many crackles and so many like sound peaks. You sound perfect now. It's great.
It's still cracking, dude. She just hasn't talked.
Oh, thank you.
Oh wait. Have you plugged in a headset, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's fine. Now I need to just quickly roll a cigarette because Shane sent me something. Hang on a second. Right.
Yeah, that's the document about them taking everything out of his cell. That's why I want you to see that. I can't read it as well on my phone.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Where's the T-shirt gone?
I think you plugging in your headset deleted her from the internet.
Oh please.
I'm just like 6 months ago, and Queenie would have believed that. Right. Okay. So, oh God, what are these words? In his November. Oh, I don't even know. Pause that and try and read it if you want. Defendant state. I don't know.
In his November night, you can't read that.
No.
Yeah. Is it about? What is it about it? What is it about, Shane?
It basically says the government investigator took photographs. Now he made it bigger. Now I can't see it. There it is.
Hang on. I'm sticking
photographs of several items. Intact pages of different legal pads, of ripped out pads of other legal pads. So, yeah, I wish they had gotten a better picture of the whole thing, but.
All right, here we go. This looks a bit better. In his November 19th, 2024 letter to the court, filed prior to the hearing the same day, defendant stated that government investigator took photographs of several items, including intimate pages from 2 different legal pads and ripped pages out of other legal pads. Sorry?
You said intimate. It's intact.
Yeah, I'm. Listen, if you want to read it, you can read it, but I'm doing best here. The letters also described the legal pads in detail and agreed that they were privileged in something because top of his legal pads and note, defendant has folder marked legal with put. Oh yeah, listen, you can hear the madness.
Okay.
But that
question for you, Shane, is that the paper that the that Diddy's lawyer filled out to try to throw out the trial and have a mistrial because they did something illegal by going into his cell?
No, that's just basically showing that it was legal in what they did. It shows at the bottom it was so ordered, which means they sent the investigator in there to do exactly what he did, which was to read and look at everything in the cell, and then he took pictures. So it was basically a description saying, "Here's what we want you to do. Here's what you did," and so ordered by the judge or whoever it was at the bottom that signed it. Is what I get from it.
It seems a bit
so
odd.
it was legal. So it was legal to sweep. That's what it proves.
Right.
Well, any sweep's going to be legal, surely. I mean, I imagine the headlines are being kicked up because it's Diddy and his lawyer and it's good for clicks, right? But surely anything they find inside that prison, you no longer have any rights as an inmate, right?
Yeah, we were talking about that when you were gone. That's exactly what I was saying.
So
thank you.
So then surely this can't mistrial or anything like that. If they want to go in and wipe their backsides with Diddy's diary, then what's stopping them? I don't understand. That's what confused me.
What is confusing about the fact that the lawyer is trying to help Diddy? Isn't that their job?
I would think so.
I think that was more to cover their rear ends to make sure that anything they're taking, they've got an order for it. Because if that's what Diddy's lawyers are trying to do, is find a loophole saying, okay, they took this without proper knowledge, blah, 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 without letting the defense know. You know, so with them doing essentially a search warrant, even for his cell, it's covering the I's or dotting the I's and crossing the T's. If they don't have it, then he can just tie them up in red tape and draw this out even longer and still try to make bail at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh, so he can use it.
Yeah, Lily plays. To be honest,
trying.
I'm pretty sure Lionel would be. Pretty sure Lionel would be more than happy for us to use clips and things like that. I'm not gonna step on anyone's toes or make any assumptions again. So, but Lionel's a cool guy. I mean, I imagine he's protecting his sources, and it's not really about people that he knows not doing anything. So, I mean, I'm not worried about it. We've got our own interview coming on Monday, and you'll notice that'll be. Yes, sorry, thank you. You'll notice Ron will just be throwing in a cheeky little, if anyone wants to use any of this content, we'll just strike you because we'll just start throwing them in for fun. Why not? No, I'm kidding. That would terrify Sean. Guarantee I'm about to get a message from him on WhatsApp saying, no, don't tell people that we're not allowed to react to our content. I'm way ahead of you, Sean. I'm just busting chops, my guy. This is a new thing.
Just to say, random thing. Did you see Misha and heard a little about what she was saying to Lionel B? And some part of her story, people were not believing it because it kind of looked like Blink Twice. What did you think about that? Like, she talked about the snake, the venom that helped her remember. She talked about helping Diddy get out of the fire. And I sent you a picture in the WhatsApp group to show that strangely, the woman who plays the main character in Blink Twice,
she looks like her. You did say
like
that.
She even have the really big,
teeth?
Gap between the teeth. Yeah, they look alike. It's like Zoe Kravitz saw something concerning Misha because the story with the snake. How can the snake venom be the same thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm watching this movie tonight because everybody keeps saying watch it, and I finally bought Netflix for the first time in my life. So
maybe mentally she's drawn from it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some similarities.
No, it's creepy. Can you imagine? Because and Blink, Lady Letitia, did you see Blink twice?
Yes, I don't remember the snake though.
That's what woke them up. Like they did shot of the snake venom.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what counteracts the whatever it was. Yeah, that was the I'm with you.
Oh, I see.
And Misha said the same thing. She said normally she was really drugged, but there was a lady that took venom from a yellow snake, and then she was conscious. I swear.
Wow.
I swear. That's why I was sending the thing. I swear.
Was that Nat?
Lionel B?
Oh, it would be Lionel B. God damn you, Lionel. Okay, wow.
Yeah, and if you look at the picture of the woman that plays the main character, they look like Misha. I sent you a picture on WhatsApp. They look like
they look similar. They look a little like, but
I think
yeah,
are you trying to say that all black ladies look alike, Maggie?
No.
That's what you're getting at. I'm calling you out here.
Guys, I got to go. I got to get some work done. So everybody have a great afternoon. Ronald,
all right, Shane.
See you later, Shane.
Get ready for the show, guys. You're going to love it this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, it's in half an hour, right?
Yeah, half an hour. We got Samson coming on. So, all right. See y'all later. Bye, boys.
Bye-bye. But yeah, no, she was really describing so many things that were like Blink twice, and that made people maybe not believe her. When in the contrary, I felt that maybe Zoe Kravitz saw something about the story of Misha.
But guys, what we guys need to remember, this movie has been out since when? Is it July, Ron? And
August.
October.
August.
And most people didn't even know about it.
Correct.
So
it was freaking Jaguar. I seen Jaguar in a clip on one of these videos all about the case, and she was like thanking the director, someone Kravitz, and saying, you want to see Blink twice. And then that day I went and bought it on Amazon because it was not only that, right? Now, Queenie, here's the thing. It's not only weird when you don't hear about the movie, but see when I can't find a dodgy copy on the internet, I can give you a Blu-ray copy of Gladiator 2 right now. Blu-ray copy, Gladiator 2 right now. I'm telling you now that, I mean, the sites that I use for movies, they are so up to date. And this is all allegedly. I don't condone piracy, but if you're on my Discord, I'll hook you up. Because it's been erased. It's been completely erased.
It was been hidden. I think they were like hiding it away. It wasn't being promoted properly or anything. So
yes,
it's crazy. I still haven't watched it yet, though, Ron. I tell you, I tried, but I can't.
Ron, I would love if you put a picture of Misha and the woman from Blink twice.
Okay.
I swear to you, they look like
so the lady, is it the main character lady?
Yes, exactly. I sent it by WhatsApp. Where?
Okay.
She had a short.
Because it happened to her when she was 13.
Sorry.
Okay, so you've not sent anything via WhatsApp.
And the Natanya group.
Okay, so
are you sure?
Unless you've sent it right now, I'm not going to go skipping through WhatsApp to try and find that. You need to resend it, mate. We're live on the
give me 1 second. I will go.
Yeah. Okay, who am I going to pick on now? We're going to. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pick on myself. Like and subscribe. Please push this out and give us a little share. I would really, really appreciate it. Taking this time off for the editing has had a little bit of an impact on what we're doing here. Okay, here we go. Thank you very much.
I see the changes.
Oh, do you know what? If we could get a less like in your face picture of Misha, that would be great. But I think I can see what you're saying, right?
Let me see the other lady.
Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I am seeing it. Maybe I'm not. If we can get pictures of them like dead on, like facing
side by side.
No, we can get flush forward. I need eyes facing forward, chin flat, nose pointed straight. That's what I need for, because I'll quite happily do the Tupac and Ali Carter photo comparison for you guys in the side chat. A lot of you were asking about that.
Yeah,
we've done that.
I tell you, they look alike.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say, I'm not going to say I disagree with you. I'm going to say I need to do further analysis.
Yeah, I agree. But that's why I was sending it, because I was so creeped out when she talked about the snake venom.
Yeah, nah, I don't even want to hear you. So that's freaking me out. I'll be honest.
I'm telling you, Ron.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with just reading a transcript that you make a Lionel B's video, right? I mean, there's no copyright about me just reading a No, I'm not only kidding, Lionel. Relax, Sean. You don't need to message me, Sean. It's a joke, okay? We're going to get a big thing that I hold up that says Ron is being sarcastic. But we could just do that, right? You know, we're not going to do that because we like.
Or you could just get permission from Lionel B to use it.
Nah, we're doing our own interview. I'll just watch it and talk about it. It's all right to watch.
Right.
Yeah, you exactly, are doing your exactly.
Own. Yeah. Or
you're doing your own.
Or no, we're not going to do that either. We're not going to use any AI to make a sarcastic way of getting around legal loopholes. So I'll be honest with you. If this is what's going on with this lady who's been interviewed, the snake bite narrative. I've heard as well that last night's interview with Netanya and both the Lionel B's are nothing short of harrowing and soul destroying. So anyone who hasn't watched these and is wanting to jump in, you've maybe had a good time on the stream today and you want to continue having a good time, expect to have your weekend ruined. Okay. These stories from these survivors, they are showcasing a reality that none of us want to admit is real. And I think the safer option for a lot of people is to just say all of it's made up. All of it's a lie, because that's way easier. It's so much easier to just believe the lie and let the cabal get on with what they're doing. Let all these children be taken away from, earthquake sites and through all of this mass importation of immigration that's going on, and let them get on with it. I know it's easier to do that, but we can't do that, right? You understand that it's not an option. So if you've got to sit through what you feel like is something you can't handle, imagine what it's like for the people who are going through it. Imagine what it's like for the billions of children, all right, who are missing, who go away because an earthquake has happened. Their parents, their families are now completely gone. And who comes but the big shining hand of the West to lay down their wonderful palm to save them all. But in reality, there is a lot of children that are vanishing. And you need to be told that. But I think for a lot of you, it's how these children are getting acquired, why they're going unnoticed, that creates this resonance of doubt with you. Is because, hey, how can this be going on, right? If people are just opening, school doors and grabbing children, surely people would notice if there was tunnels under Disney and kids are getting kidnapped, right? Sure. But think about it this way. If I wanted to hand over 35 trafficked children to whoever's paying for them, walking them through Disneyland is the best idea ever, because no one's paying attention to a random group of kids. Okay, they can even all be holding hands. They can even all be tethered together, and no one's going to mention it, right? So when we talk about the fact that there's one specific part of Disneyland where there's tunnels that were allegedly developed so that you could change your uniform and all of this bullcrap, okay, we need to ask ourselves, these aren't normal. You're not going to take your kids to Disneyland and the floor is going to open and they're going to disappear. The Disneyland would be shut down in a second if the average Joe was losing their kids. Sure, you're going to have that percentage of kids that go missing because of outside interference, right? Some crazy guy coming in to steal a kid, whatever. But you've got to stop writing things off because you're too incapable of seeing a greater picture or the business plan of evil. Okay, the pyramid of evil, okay, when it comes to business plans, the power at the top, the further you are at the top, the further from the criminal activity you are, just look at
Ron,
yes.
Misha was talking about that they kidnap her and they put her in a cage with 30 to 50 other kids, and that she saw them hunting babies for sport.
Yep.
No, what she was saying, I kept on thinking of you. I was so traumatized.
I'm interviewing a survivor of all of this. She's naming names. She's going through all. They are going to preach to the point that none of you are prepared for what is coming. Okay. And I'm telling you now, I'm telling you now, none of you are. I'm not prepared. And I'm 7 and almost 8, 9 years in. I'm the most desensitized person to all this you'll ever meet in your life. Okay. Because I have to be. I can't allow any of this to impact me. I'm just here to derail, destroy, and all of that to the PDFs. Okay, hang on a second. Okay.
Yeah. Like she was talking.
Paula is going off in my DMs right now.
What's she saying?
She's using words like, in fact, I can't even say that on YouTube. She's talking about her dislike of PDF files in a graphic fashion. To just vent her frustrations in my DMs. You please feel free, Paula, to continue venting, and I 100% agree with you. Yes. But here's the problem. It's fun to have hope. It's fun to think that the internet and average people have a shot at shutting this down. We are talking about victims of ritualistic abuse, okay, who have seen and had to deal with things that no one else can even fathom. This has been going on for thousands of years. I'm editing a video just now with Big Homie, with Lionel, with Lionel Nation, with oh my god, Beverly, and a few other people that we've dived into the whole occult side of this. You know what I mean? And it's real. Like you're more than welcome to deny it all. You're more than welcome to write it all off. But all you're doing is hindering the mission being completed. I don't need thousands of people who are sitting on the fence. You know what I'm saying? I need thousands of people convinced and ready to push, ready to share things, ready to sign petitions, ready to stand there and be goddamn well heard. Because as this continues to go on, this case, excuse me while I light my Capri Sun. As this case goes on, we're going to. Oh, that's a banger. That's the one, Maggie. Hang on. Yes. Right. So if we can try and get the exact same image of this young lady, because she's slightly pivoted to the side, we can load it up into Photoshop and get.
You have another one?
Oh yeah, we'll be able to pull one out of a live, surely.
Okay.
In fact, I wonder. Sorry, I'll go back to my rant. In fact, no, let me finish my rant. So again, for a lot of people, this is a new thing, right? This is a new thing with all of this subject. You're seeing it for the first time. You've maybe heard about it, but because it's the Diddy case now and because it's mainstream, a lot of people are paying attention. And I'm not criticizing anyone for what point they jump in at. I'm just glad you jumped in. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, I thought that said Lionel's ma for a second there, but it says Lioness ma. So just know that what needs to happen, and this is the sad thing. We're talking about global catastrophe. Okay, if a meteor comes out of the sky and smashes into us in a way that no one could have seen coming, we've got a good chance of putting an end to this. Any other suggestions, let me know, because I have none. And I'm being serious. Anyone? Oh, we've got two Lady Letitias. Hang on.
I do.
Suggestion about what?
Say that again, Maggie.
Suggestion about what?
About how to fix this.
Listen, that poor Misha.
Well, they
she
have
was talking
that.
about.
They have. Sorry.
Go.
Don't they have the kids too that Beverly was talking about? There's got to be a way to shed more light on this, and I think us YouTubers are doing it. Like Ron said, they're coming on here telling their story, and we're busting it right open, and people can't ignore it.
Savile is like old news by G. There's a documentary on this channel all about Savile. In fact, you want to listen. You want to talk about Ron and why Ron's talking about this and that, right? So if you want to just jump over to Ron's website here. This is Project Rook. This is my website. Click up here. You will get Rook content. You click on here and you'll see all the stuff that I've produced. And if you go to Surviving Life Productions.
Wow, you got it set up really nice.
You've got all of my exposés, all of the people whose lives got ruined because they like PDF files. They like children. You want to go even further. If you go Hope Dies Here, this is my massive, this is what went viral and blew me up. This is all about my first ever sort of investigation into the dark web, PDF files, all that. There's the original trailer, there's the recut trailer, there's all the show notes, there's all the screenshots, there's everything you need to know. And yeah, Ron is heavily invested in making sure as many of these people have their entire lives ruined or they end up in prison. I have derailed millions of euros in organized crime money that was getting spent on horrible content. Thousands of websites being taken down. Yeah. And that's just because most taken down. Last Christmas, 2 Christmases ago, I was bored out my nut and checked my emails, and there was a whole PDF community on the surface web. And 12 hours later, there was no PDF community on the surface web anymore. Do you know what I mean? Didn't make any content out of it. Didn't even tell anybody about it. Was just bored one afternoon. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, ADHD helps a lot of it. I'm not going to lie. So there is a lot of content that Ron's done. I know a lot of you just see me as the guy who interrupts people on the Sean Atwood channel, but believe it or not, there is some substance to this here. 19 minutes to go for the next show, but you'll get everything there. You got crime theory. You've got everything. So go and check it out.
You got it set up pretty nice.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyone needs a website for their business, let me know. I'll do you great deals because you're just going to get ripped off because people are savage. Also, we get to learn how to use Oracle cards now, right? Which is exciting, and they've got crows on them.
Oh,
wow,
that's cool.
How cool is that?
That is so cool.
I have no idea what I do with them, but I'm sure they come with instructions. So yeah, very excited to use them. Is that where? Hang on, Ron. Thank you. Is that where we tell? I don't know if that's me you're talking to or a different Ron. Might be an actual person called Ron. So I don't know how to use them, Melissa. I'm going to be honest with you. I've had Oracle cards used with me a lot, but I literally went and answered the door, and that's how long I've had them. And they literally just arrived. So you say pull one for us all. Okay, Melissa, you can talk us through this, right? You tell me what to do, right? Ask a question, then pick a card. All right. Okay. Well, we'll do that in a minute. All right. That's quite exciting. I don't know what.
Queenie, what did you think about? What did you think about the fact that? Do you think that Misha looks like the woman from Blink Twice?
Oh yes, she does. I personally think that story is hers.
Wow.
Genuinely, I think that's one of the reasons why it was hidden from us that long and no one knew about it. That's just my opinion.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, hang on. Someone's saying there's a picture. I don't know if they mean of Netanya. Oh, yes. Actually, Netanya's entire interview is. I almost said full frontal there, but I never, because connotations. Brilliant. Let me just. At any point, does she make her full screen? No, she doesn't. Right. Okay. Give me this. No. Oh, brilliant, mate. Freaking ads,
just
man.
Her story. I wouldn't want to watch Blink Twice. No, her story. Yeah, I don't want to. I know Ron sent it to me to watch a few times, and I said yes, I will. And every time I fall asleep at the same point where, like, they're.
Oh.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I literally do all the time in movies.
Which point do you fall asleep?
I fall asleep when, like, she enter, like, this lady came into the room, and like I think she had a shower or a bath or something, and she put like white shorts or dress. I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah. She just arrives on the island, and she's like,
yes, that's what.
yeah, I'm
That's
with
exactly where every time that's there, I fall asleep. I don't know anything else from there.
Did you see the creepy little indigenous lady that comes out of the freaking cupboard and scares the crap out of her?
Yeah.
She scared the
I
crap
think
out of me.
maybe that's the first part of it. I don't know. I remember the lady was someone was wiping the floor as well, I think, or sweeping. Yeah, I don't know. I can't watch
All right. So sadly,
No.
you're all about to see sadly, the image I'm using of Misha is less than 300 pixels wide because I'm snipping it off this photo off the screen here. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to show you guys the screen that I'm working off so that you can get an understanding of what I'm doing. So 1 second, please, you lovely, lovely people. We've got 15 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Windows, and then we want, and no. 1 second, everybody.
Christy, the blank trust story is the blank trust story isn't at all relevant to this woman. Yes, it is, because
oh my gosh, she does look like her.
Yes,
yeah, what everyone's saying is they think that the actress from Blink Twice has been casted to look as close to Misha as she can. But again, the woman who is acting is also the director. So this could all be coincidence.
No, it's not. Zoe Kravitz is extremely light-skinned. She's the daughter of Lenny Kravitz.
Wait, is this not Lenny Kravitz here?
No. I will send you a picture.
Oh, well, then that's my bad. Sorry, I thought the same lady. I thought that was her. I beg your pardon. That's just my bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is a
Did you see the Batman?
Oh my god.
Did you see the Batman?
I know.
Ron, did you see the Batman?
The Batman, the movie.
Yeah.
Of course. Freaking awesome.
So Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman.
Shut up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
She's young.
Oh my
She's
god.
really
Look
young.
At that.
Right. No.
So she cast that woman for a reason.
Don't get excited yet. We need to do just everyone just keep chatting. I need to do my nerd test. Hang on.
Yeah. And what she was telling, and it reminded me of Adria English, because they look at your past, how they groomed her. They knew that she had been SA when she was younger, and they knew what to do
she
to make.
told them, didn't it? She was
Yeah,
telling them her situation, thinking that they wanted to help her. Because when I was watching the guy, whatever his name B is,
Lonnie B,
and she kept saying that, she was being abused at home, and she was writing all these songs, and they would come and pay her, and she just thought that she was gonna be doing something that she loved. So she was like telling them her story to see if they would help her, and they just used that to manipulate. And boy, it's sad. It's so sad. I don't even know if I can watch Natalia one. I may watch it later, but wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any more tears for today. Maybe tomorrow.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like I'm doing an examination for some sort of paternity here.
Because the story between her and Queenie left. I think she's gonna come back. But the story that she was telling looks so much like that story, because that woman in the movie, she forgot that she had already came on the island, and Misha was on that situation for at least 4
when she was running.
And then she had to run away in the forest. She has saw a fire. Like Diddy, there was one of his house that took fire. Exactly like in the movie. It's
all right,
like,
yeah.
I mean, know.
That's pretty wild. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know.
Obviously, we're talking about an actress and someone else, but it's quite interesting that we have an interview that includes the snake.
I wonder if she's telling her story.
Hello, Queenie.
Do you want
Yes,
to? Do you
I'm
want to
back.
see?
I'm back.
Do you want to see Tupac and Ali Carter?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Because this is mad.
What were you
You,
saying, Maggie? Were you
yeah, you
saying
guys talk
something
amongst
to
yourselves.
me?
Wow, that she looks just like her.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it
telling
was
you,
it
the
was
story that was
yeah.
told in that Blink Twice, whatever, I think it's hers. Because when I first saw her on the screen that day with the guy, I'm like, oh my God, where did I see this lady before? And then the show came into my head. I'm like, oh my God, they're telling her story. That's what I
That's
think,
something.
though.
That is
That's
so
what I
something.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as
And
well,
what?
we're just a
Yeah.
bunch of people pulling ideas out our backside on the internet. Just so you know, that's what we're discussing. The possibility of this being Misha's story. We're not saying it is. We're not going and saying, yeah, I know, Shane. Don't worry. We're not saying anything. We're just a bunch of people having a discussion on the internet. You can take from it what you want. We're in no
Oh,
way
she looks like Tupac.
to believe what we're saying or anything. We're just having a conversation. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and we're repeating her story. She's the one who talked about the snake. She's the one who talked about the fire.
Yep.
She's the one who talked about being offered like a bag that they give in different, like in the movie, they have those red bag that they give to everyone. She was talking about the bag of goodies that they would give and that was on the table that would be given
Oh,
to every people.
wow.
No, it was so creepy. And she would talk like in her own life. She would talk about when she ran away after being in a cage with 30 other kids. She ran away. She went and they had to reconstruct
She's
all
got his
her.
lips.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
She's got his lips.
I need to get this angle right. She also needs to be a little smaller.
Wow.
But yeah, when she ran away, they found a dildo inside of her from her backside. That's how far that they put it.
That's what Paula was saying. And they had to go in and
I
fix
heard
her.
that. I was crying. Yeah. I don't think that lady probably
That's
can have
horrible.
kids.
Yeah, she
Ruined
can't have
her.
kids.
I don't
think.
know.
She did not say. Okay.
I don't know. To be very honest, it was so painful to watch some of the bits of it I may have missed out because
Wow.
it was so. Whenever I watch stuff like that, my stomach, like I have to like stop
Turn.
and start because my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
It's like I'm feeling their pain.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ali does look like Tupac, but who
She
knows
does.
if it's who knows if it's a coincidence or not. We can believe that Natanya was saying that she felt that she's his daughter. And
Yeah, she's got his lips.
I don't believe
Yeah.
in coincidence, to be honest.
Yeah. I can just say that she looks like him. I can say that I'm hearing crazy thing. I can say that I don't understand how she can.
These are all our opinions. We're not stating facts here.
They really need to get tested, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, Natasha, that's what I'm saying. It seems like Zoe saw something and she based the character on Misha, and she decided to cast the woman that she cast for a reason.
Right, on purpose.
Exactly.
She must have knew her story.
Or it was all done by the elites to rub Misha's face in it and terrorize her even further because they're twisted, monstrous elites. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Possibility, Ron. That could be a part of it too.
It'd be interesting to see the production contract to see if the director had an option to cast the people who acted in it, or whether the production team put forward the actresses. That would be interesting. I'm telling you, you guys.
I think Zoe Kravitz was really involved in the movie. I think she was the one who cast and chose everyone.
Yeah, I mean, well, we don't know
including
that.
the snake.
Yeah, but even if that's what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
We have to just assume that that's what they would say, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
you ever played Convince Me You're Not a Spy, the drinking game, where I think you're a spy and you have to convince me you're not a spy. And every time you say something, I say, well, that's what you would say, and you never win the game. See what I mean?
No, I've never
So
played that before.
I've never played that one either.
it's not a game. I'm giving you examples. Obviously, it's not a game. Jesus. Right. Okay. We've got 6 minutes. Put a 1 in the side chat if you can see a similarity from this overlay with Ali and Tupac. Also, the downloadable game to play at home, I'm Friends with Tupac, will be ready the first week in December for everyone to play with families over Christmas. You too can react and shout at your friends for saying they are friends with Tupac. So
It's scary. They look
before
alike.
you go, you need to shuffle the deck. No, we say we've got 6 minutes.
Yeah,
so before you go, you need to shuffle the deck and pick a card.
Ron's been shuffling. Okay,
okay.
Thank you, the Angel Rock for the super chat.
Thank you.
And let me
see. You get it. You got the game. You're right. You see, you got it right. Exactly. Right. So we're going to pick one card. All right, and we're going to ask a question. We're going to use our left hand. And again, I don't know what I'm doing with these. They've just arrived. So, what are we going to ask? What are we? Angel. Yeah, I would love that. So, left hand, we're going to ask a question, right? What we're going to ask? One of you guys want to ask a question? And I don't know if I'm using these
guilty. Is Diddy guilty or not?
No. Will Diddy get bail today?
Will Diddy get bail today? Okay.
All right.
And the card that we have got is dominance. Okay. Will Diddy get bail today?
Is it upright or is it upright or
he might get bail today?
Might get bail. Dominance.
He might get bail.
Either way. Who knows? This is fun. Ron, you need to clear the deck before using. What does that mean?
You need to read. You need to say something over it and ask the deck if it wants to be read upside down or whatever.
That's a no. Okay. Hey, listen. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just having some fun with some cards here right now. If we open up a gateway,
this is fun.
Okay. If any gateways get opened by this, everyone direct them to Queenie. It was Queenie's fault. She'll be fine.
Is my daughter going to be potty trained in a week?
No. Don't be silly. I can tell you that right now. All right. I can tell you that right now. Nah, definitely not, mate. Like they learn when they want to. Okay, I've got 97 children. They all learn at different paces. Do you know how many of my children I thought were mute because they just refused to give out their first words? Okay. Oh, you're still in nappies and that. Sure, everything's okay. And then they wake up one morning, go to the bathroom, have a poo, and then start quoting things that they've heard on TV and in the books. I'm like, okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We don't need to get you assessed. All right, everything's okay. Because man, like potty training, you always think that there should be a timeline for talking and potty training. And
there's not.
There ain't, mate. There ain't. The only thing you need to cut off are these weirdos that are still breastfeeding at 12. Okay, if you're 12 years old, right, and but in saying that, my counter argument for this is that do you know that breast milk is the only substance, Letitia, that you could eat solely for your whole life and never die. Right. Oh. So if you just drank breast milk from the moment you were born to the moment you die, you could live off it and live off, and it's the only substance in the world that you could do that with, right?
Now, interesting.
I wonder what would happen if we only use 90% of our brain and all of this stuff. And I often say the reason we can't remember being babies is because who wants to remember, sucking on their mama, if you know what I'm saying? That would traumatize me as an adult. If I could remember, no, you can all make that face. If you could remember breastfeeding, right, you wouldn't be sitting there going, "Oh, that was great." It would be traumatic.
It didn't work for me.
You know or not, because it's bound. You're bounding with your mother.
No. I don't want to bond with my mom.
She just wouldn't latch on.
Nah. I'm sorry. The nipple is the best bit of the boob. I don't need it ruined. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't need memories like that ruining that whole thing. So anyway,
you're such a guy. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Am I wrong? Is it not the best bit? I'm just saying, if you want to put forward an argument for another bit of there. I'm just saying, you're
freaking out.
As I do not like boobies, I wouldn't be able to help you.
Don't lie. Everyone likes boobies. You have to be attracted to
I tried to do it and it didn't. I tried to breastfeed, but it was just too much. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for me.
It can be a struggle for a while.
She wouldn't latch on, and I just thought my breast was too big for her.
That is what a problem to have. Do you know what I'm saying? Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, I'm gonna, because I'm the only guy. I just realized I'm the only guy on the panel. All right, nobody was going to applaud with me there. All right, hey, I don't care. Save the boobies. And I will see you all in a couple of minutes. We're about to go to another live stream, less than a minute. Thank you all for being here. I'm sorry I screwed up the cards so much. We'll see you all next time. It's been great to be back. Sorry for interrupting you all. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.